you're running after him. So funny. And like Olivia's at that cute little age where their voice is so high pitched and shrill. So she's just running over.
Hey, Sean.
Except she's not little.
No,
She's
imagine Rock,
monster,
but as like a 2-year-old, and that's Olivia.
I'm gonna be. Yes. Yes.
I'm so glad that's when the audio caught
I'm
up.
gonna be weird
Right.
as a 14 my cupcake. I don't want icing up my
This weekend, on a serious note,
Don't breathe
be
in
careful
when we
with
fight.
all this rain.
But I like to.
It's going to be bad.
Okay, if I flood where I
Well,
live
thank
at,
God, because
then we all gonna be
all I
underneath the
want to
water.
do is stay inside.
If I flood where I'm at, fuck, I want my money back. Not only
well,
am
see,
I
no,
on the
last time when we had the
You have
really bad
flood insurance?
I got so much overtime.
I have volcano insurance.
People that could come into work.
You have flood
It's
insurance?
mostly for people who
No, I
are
don't.
next to rivers and
If I flood,
Like the
there's
highway,
something
it's like
seriously wrong.
Holland.
Yeah, you don't have flood
Everybody
insurance.
who
You're
buy
not covered.
houses like that gets
That's
flood
not part of regular
insurance.
insurance.
So that when
That's
it
extra
floods,
you gotta buy.
the
So
flood
it's
almost
terrorist
pays
insurance.
them back.
If somebody bombs somewhere and it
Yeah.
affects your house, they won't pay for it.
You're fucking kidding me.
We have to sign a.
It
We don't
sounds
want it.
fucking awful to
They
me.
charge extra, so we got to sign a waiver.
Sorry,
every
you're
year
gonna have to
for
evacuate
our-
for the next
our
6
insurance
months.
thing.
Go stay in a hotel room.
Terrorist insurance.
It's always nice in my room anyway.
Or- It's called terrorism.
Oh my god, that's like the one thing I'm thinking about.
Same difference.
Well,
I mean, chances
other
of
than his
happening.
mother,
You know,
that's the one thing I'm
In
thinking about.
Missouri?
well, where you're
It's
at
like a
anyway,
total
but
guy's
yeah.
room.
Yeah.
Fucking awful.
I'll probably use the fork with the jello on here.
Right? Like, what are you doing?
I was seeing that going on. And I was first thing in my mind
The
was
fork.
she's wrestling this shit.
It reminds me of her other job.
Jello wrestling.
Mud wrestling.
You know, like two girls jello wrestling. Reminded her of her other job.
2 girls on a couple.
It's not nearly as great as it sounds.
Not.
You should look up 2 girls on a cup of pudding.
No.
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 Two
No,
girls, one
no.
cup of pudding.
I think everybody's seen that video, and they didn't want to, but they saw it.
I've purposely
What's the thing
avoided
about
it
the-
for my entire
remember
life.
the
and I've been
unicorn
successful
fucker?
so far.
The guy singing about unicorn
Some
fucking
song,
and,
yeah,
and
some-
straw bales out in the middle of a field. That actually was a video.
Oh my god. You seen Orange is the New Black?
I've seen them.
The gays got married.
Catch
I love
up.
Orange is the New Black. I just finished
There's
that.
a part where they're smoking crack in a field or like in a garden or something, and they're just like looking hilarious the whole time. Then Piper,
Unicorn
'cause she's a little
fucking
bitch,
video?
starts freaking out, and then she gets that. You know.
Yeah.
No, you don't know.
Oh.
She knows.
Oh,
He found the furries.
Oh
All
my
right,
God.
so I think it's time that we
Dang fucking
begin.
unicorn dancing on the rain.
Wait, how long is that the roll?
A
Just a
while.
few minutes.
Okay, cool. That's my movie.
I don't know all the
I missed the part where you slipped and your dick fell out of your pants.
They like popped out
and-
by
and-
his
into the cupcake. I mean,
Okay, it popped out by his ankle.
it's like fucker can't hold on to anything.
That's it.
Duct tape's there for
It
a
doesn't
reason.
matter how you sing. Just walk that thing out.
Yeah. I like to listen to my next song.
He says
Wrong
smart.
with
He
it.
really means gigolo. I mean, let's get this right.
As long as I get paid, I don't care.
Hey,
I'm in it for
expect
the
me
money.
to
Giggle
do that
effect.
shit.
You threaten to club women like a baby seal.
I'm gonna smack you with it.
Club in Antarctica called Club Baby Field.
That's terrible.
Hey,
Out of
least you're not
everything
tapered.
that's been said so far, and that's what got you?
at least it's not a taper. That's tape.
What are you saying?
Our conversation. Us making fun
The
of
first
you.
time wasn't good enough.
You need to relive it.
Tapers have prehensile cops.
So episode 43
That's
tonight of
That's
Back in
annoying.
Greyhawk.
Bar. Yeah. Don't.
You might be able
The
to
Is He Cute Cop episode.
see the all the food here on the table.
Is he cute?
We had food brought to us by Sabrina and Tori, our
And Chris,
den mothers.
Thank you.
Chris.
Thank you.
our other dead mother.
Chris, our other than
The three dead
The
mothers.
3 bitches.
Oh,
That's a better word. That's a
I
better
mean,
word.
whatever.
Today's
I don't know
world.
words.
Either way. We have enough food to get.
You're not really wrong.
The food bitches.
the last game, the group was awaiting Aluna to join them for their trip to the south when she didn't show up, and she up and disappeared
Jiggly's
again.
cupcakes.
So
I'm jiggling my cupcake.
Group decided
I could give them like a big
to
bag charge to
do some shopping and wait for a month till the weather turned. They were able to get some oddball errands accomplished, and
There you go.
Yes,
That's
Um,
one way to do it. You're just like,
That's not the word I'm thinking of, but
It's a lot of eyes.
No,
well, what do you think?
No.
it is?
no.
just,
Trust me, it didn't
just,
really
no.
destroy them. They're
they
pretty
did
Oh,
not.
right, what
They
they-
did not attend the Grow Fest
they're proportionate to the stress
week
size.
ceremony,
I believe so.
and then on Grow, I think it's Grow Fest or
Sabrina's only in half the conversation.
planting.
She's going with restaurant. Show me how
Six?
big her areolas are.
No, planting
That's not the
12
proportionate to the size.
when they left.
Now it's planting 24 is the last note I had.
I never know.
I have planting 25.
No, it's the-
Port Azure.
He's
And the
a-
lily
he's
and
a-
the dewdrop
he's a
in.
judge.
your lips- your lips are
Trust me, I
sensitive
see
and
quite a
nipples in your ear.
And
Just in case you ever wanted.
Wait,
Hendel took part and won a bare knuckles contest outside of the inn, and that's where we
that's
stopped.
so cool.
After everyone had gone into their rooms and went to sleep. So, now that
A bunch of fun facts.
now that we are at the next
Back up on top of
day,
each other and have, like,
Hey, one back.
Huh?
Get one hit.
yes, and most of that was, since all that was crawling, you only take one
No,
quarter.
They've gotten.
So how many hit points did you suffer? 8. So 2 of that was real, and now you got 1 point back, so you're only down 1.
This is like my favorite cupcake.
Oh.
Just try
I need everyone but Aluna to go outside.
Bye,
Wouldn't
people.
it be easier if
No, because
What's your
Because he
order?
doesn't want to go outside.
it's easier this way.
All right, let's go, bud.
Because that way the audience gets to see or hear.
Oh, that's what.
everyone but Aluna?
Oh, that's
And I'm sure that if you want to watch the video outside, you can. It'll take away, of course, the fun and enjoyment of finding out
watch the fan.
organically.
Watch
But
the
if that's not important to you, then go
Oh,
ahead.
no, it's
You know,
important.
Chris?
I just decided to wait on my cupcake. Let's shove it in my mouth.
Yeah.
We got talk. Okay.
Dee Dee Hans, is he hot?
Is it not?
Okay, so as you were preparing for the journey, if you remember correctly, you and Durant and the others had decided to
Go to Gomenit.
go to Gomenit.
Yeah.
Yes. You are
I say that again.
awakened in the middle of the night, of course,
Of course.
by a tapping on your window,
Okay. I go to the window.
and it continues to tap, and you head over there.
Okay.
And as you look down, you see the Pasta House gang and
Okay.
Lucian.
I would go outside then.
Do you climb down the window?
Yes, because I don't want to disturb.
Okay, as you get ready to climb out, Master Choli says, you might want to get all your stuff first. You can throw it down to us. We've already got your horse.
Okay. I would gather my stuff up and I would toss my bag down and I would toss my bow down and
Oh, and then as you get ready to climb it, she's like, I got one more thing. He says, Rigatoni, take this to her. And he hands him a bag.
Okay.
And he goes up, he climbs up,
okay.
and he looks at you in the window and he says, here, you need to put this on and then put everything that you wear or that you carry in this bag. And he steps out from away from the window, so where you're in the room
Myself.
by yourself.
Okay. I'd change and then put everything.
Okay, you are basically given comfortable traveling clothes,
Okay.
different weapons, different everything.
Different everything. Okay. Okay. Very confused, but I'll go with it.
Okay, so come back and pull open the shutter, and Rigatoni says, "Good," and he reaches out for the bag,
I hand him the bag.
and then he says, "You good to get down on your own?"
Yeah.
Okay, so he proceeds to climb down,
And I would
and when
put
you
it down.
go down, the night's pretty still. There seems to be like a low fog in the ground a little bit, There doesn't seem to be any guards around.
Which is good, because that looks kind of weird, shimmying out a window.
And so he says, Master Choli says, I guess you noticed who I've got here.
Yeah, how'd you get him?
I can't tell you that yet. But here he is, and he's safe.
Hi.
Lucian looks at you and he says, Aluna.
I don't know how to thank you, Master Trolley.
That's what we're going to discuss. Follow me. And
Okay.
they bring your horse out, and they all mount up, and you get on your horse, and you ride out of town.
Okay.
And you ride out the East Gate,
Okay.
which is the Duke's Gate.
Yeah.
And you go about a mile,
Okay.
and there on the left stands the estate of Mordecai Musgrave.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
He says, does this look familiar to you?
Yeah.
I understand that it's vacant.
Yes.
And if what I understand is correct, wasn't it you that gave the order to disband and disperse to all your people?
Yes.
So it's no shock to you then that when we looked around in this place, we didn't find anything but an empty grave and a hole in the floor in the basement.
No. Be careful with that hole, though. There might be some residue around there.
Point taken. Anything like more you can tell me about that as you're outside in the low wall and the moon is kind of starting to rise over the back, and off in the distance you can hear the snapping of twigs and things like as ice shifts.
Just it was a stone that was stored down there. It has since been dispersed, but that stone will negate any magical power. I mean, depending if you're a mage, a priest.
Rigatoni goes, I told you. Master Jolie says, let it continue.
Stuff that Hood can do, anything like that, it will negate their power. If you're not gifted like that, it will slowly poison you and kill you.
What do you think makes this so valuable, considering the rarity of the magician type in these pots?
I think what it was described as a way to protect yourself against mages who are feared and sword rulers. It was fenced off to the highest bidders.
Okay. Well, I'd like to cash in on that favor now.
What do you want me to do?
Because by my reckoning, you owe me one. One only. The second one, the job wasn't finished. So
Okay.
no other favor. But I still got the one.
I will hold up my bargain. I will give you that favor.
I want you to somehow get your hands on this place.
Like, own it?
Yes.
That won't be hard. My family's.
Is it? You have somehow an in through marriage or through birth or something?
Through birth.
Are you a Musgrave?
Yes.
He looks at you and he says, are you lying?
No, can't remember her name. I can't remember her name. The woman in charge in Harvey. Harvey? I don't remember her
A
name.
queen?
Yeah.
Okay, the Queen of Hardby. That's very far south.
Yeah, that's my mom.
Okay.
That's,
But she's no Musgrave, is she?
yeah, she is.
She is.
She is, yes.
So, okay.
My uncle, this was his. Well, was his.
And where's your uncle now?
Last time I saw him, he was being whisked away by either people who were going to kill him or set him free from what was going to be death.
Do you know anything about the people that whisked him away?
No.
Just a group of bandits hoping to use him?
It was really
ransom?
chaotic. It was very chaotic. There was a lot of fire. A sword ruler popped up during all this. It was a big trial.
There's that name, Sword Ruler, again.
You know, the religious group. Sword rulers.
I've heard a little
7
bit about him.
swords.
Not a lot. I'm not a religious man.
Yeah. He was trying to help them get through here, past, because they're in the Renalcian lands. And their plan is to come here too.
Okay.
And he was helping.
Why would your uncle do that?
Because he likes to place his allegiance where he will have the most success in life.
So when your uncle owned that house, was some of this stuff in the house at the same time? I mean, did he know about this?
Yeah, he was importing it in.
For what purpose?
I don't know. I never questioned him about that far.
But you're saying it's gone now?
Yeah.
Is there any chance that you know where I might be able to find some? And Rigatoni's like,
I know where you can steal some.
Rigatoni says, you know, the hood got awful nervous back when we were at the market.
Oh! And I admit that I'd reach in my bag and I'd pull out that little
Mm-hmm.
box and I would solve the little box real quick,
Right?
open it up, and I would grab it. It was in a pouch, I can't remember.
It was just in like a hollowed out little stone
Yeah.
puzzle box.
Yeah, I open it up and I go, here.
He goes, it looks like dirt.
It's not dirt.
So this is the stuff, huh?
That's the
What's
stuff.
it called?
Chlorstone.
He says,
If you want it, you can have it. That puzzle box is hard to open though.
can you show Rigatoni how to open it?
Alright, sure. And I'd shut it back up
Okay.
and I'd sit there and show where you're turning
And
it.
as-
Push here.
As
push
he
here.
tries and you show him, he cannot do it.
Well, then
Do
I
you
would.
think that it is somehow keyed to you or your bloodline?
Probably. It was a gift from someone who was like Hood, who made me solve lots of puzzles in my childhood.
Okay. So Rigatoni says, and we
I can
can have
put it-
this?
You can have it.
So he takes it, he puts it in his, he says, good, I will do research on this. I will see what I can
Just-
find out.
Handle it carefully. May look like dirt, but it's not dirt.
I'll treat it like it's acid.
That would be wise.
So here's my favor. Oh, princess of the night, apparently. Notwithstanding what you said out in the forest, which was very hurtful.
I apologize for that. It was wrong for the way that I came off.
And he actually starts to cry a little bit. It was very hurtful.
I am truly sorry about that.
About no matter what other stuff, shouldn't go treating people that way.
And I apologize, Master Joel.
All right, well, we'll consider that done. I accept your apology. I believe you. Perhaps you were under some kind of stress. Maybe you're not used to getting caught. I don't know. Maybe you are used to getting caught and you got tired of it that time.
I'd go probably that one.
Or maybe that fucking priest was doing something he shouldn't have. I don't know. I don't think he was necessarily, other than, you know, when somebody does shit around me that I don't know, I get a little twitchy.
And I understand.
That's
and
all.
I apologize.
So here's my favor. I want that house,
Okay.
and I want it under your name, and I want to run the safe house from here in your name.
I can try to make that happen.
And I want you to go talk to Mr. Horace, and I want you to tell him he needs to come and he needs to pledge allegiance to you in whatever manner he sees fit. And if he doesn't, they're all going to die because we're the ones that are going to kill him. I want you to make it very clear that this is his one chance and his one warning. And when he shows up here, no funny business, or we will kill all of them. And if he doesn't think that we can do it, explain to him what he's up against.
I mean, I left that guild. I have a very shaky alliance with them right now,
Well,
which is why I'm leaving.
You're providing a final message.
But that
I would send one of my own, but they weren't interested in talking the last time I broached the subject. So I wanted them to hear from someone they knew. That's where you come in. Savvy?
I get it. I don't think it's gonna happen, but I get it.
So that's what I need you to do. And I need you to start tonight. Whatever else you got going on, you need to drop.
Okay. Okay.
Then when that's done, you can go rejoin your boyfriend or whatever he is. I know you said he's not, but I ain't judging.
You have a weird history.
He's pretty. He's not as pretty as me, but he's pretty. Anyway, that's what I need you to do.
Okay.
And then after that, we're square. And you can come here if you want. Nobody else, none of your friends.
They're leaving in the morning.
No, I mean in the future. This
Okay.
place is off limits.
Okay.
Make sure they understand that, okay?
Okay.
And you can tell them if you want, or you don't have to. I don't care. Just tell them they're going to suffer what anyone that comes here is going to suffer.
Okay.
Now, if the law comes snooping around, I can take care of that in my own way.
Okay. I shouldn't. Maybe Tan.
I've met guys like Tan before. Everybody's got a weakness. Sometimes they're harder to find. Although I already know what his game is. See, Tam, he's what we call a stalker. Stalkers are the best spies in the land. They can tell when you're lying.
You always tell the truth and thinks I'm lying.
Well, he doesn't necessarily have to tell the truth, but he can tell when you're lying. You get it?
I get it.
Anyway, if he comes around, we'll handle that later.
Okay.
Okay. So, would you like to come in and look around, or you want to go back and get started?
I'll
It's
go
up to
back
you.
and get started.
Well, good luck to you.
Thanks.
I would prefer that you not dawdle at all. Don't go back and tell your friends what you have to do, because if they try to change your mind and you end up getting your mind changed,
I won't.
then you don't want to not do what you said you would do.
I won't tell them.
You can tell them afterwards. Hopefully this doesn't take too long, a week at the most.
Hopefully.
If the horseman doesn't come see me in a week, we'll go looking for them.
Okay.
So you go on and do your business. You do exactly what you're
Yes.
told.
I do exactly
Okay.
what I'm told.
And then
I'll try my hardest and hopefully I'll
after
convince horse.
you end up getting held, it takes a lot longer to find horse than you think.
Okay.
And in the time going, you check in with Master Troy and say, I haven't found him yet.
Okay.
So it takes a while.
Okay.
Actually takes a little over a month.
Till I finally get horse?
Yes.
Okay.
And then the Grow Fest happens. He's told after Grow Fest the following week, you need to go see him. You finally find horse.
Okay.
He's apparently been on vacation or something.
Okay.
He doesn't say.
I
So,
would let him know
yes.
what he needs. Hey, I think I can over this.
You tell him, we don't have to play all that out.
Okay.
Because I want to bring them back in. But you do all that.
Okay.
And then you find out that your friends left.
Yeah.
And you go after them.
Yes. but I held up my end of the bargain first.
Yes.
Okay. That's all that matters.
All right.
Alright, yeah, then I'd go after him and try to catch up.
Alrighty, you all may return.
Stop it!
Morning, sweetie.
He's making disgusting jokes.
Good morning, sweetie.
Oh my
Want
god.
some coffee?
Ah.
Got extra cream in it for you.
Ew. Ew.
It's like
You
protein shake.
I said that I was going to get shit-faced on my 21st birthday and request off the next day so I wouldn't have to worry about the consequences. And he was like, where am I? Why am I at Cobb's house?
You know, I'm walking around in a bathrobe.
Stop it.
Peter's out there showing us how to do the helicopter.
Yeah.
So the pants you'll actually
He
take
did.
off.
He did take the paint off your deck in a couple places.
And it wasn't on the
might as well
floor.
just
Hand
keep
off your
going. I
overhead.
gotta have it stand anyway, so.
Oh.
Ow.
Do you need mine for
What's
it?
your John's on the good news?
Damn fan.
Okay, so the morning of planting 26. You all
God
awakened?
damn it, cop.
You have a bloody nose now?
No.
What do you want?
Why I don't ever go outside in the goddamn summer.
Mosquito bites?
Heat is because then all the fucking bugs come directly to me.
Two.
I'm gonna wear fucking socks and shoes.
Here. Never had that problem when you got that.
Can you guys stop your food porn, please?
No, never.
They gotta take selfies in their food form.
Again. All of you awake after a good night's sleep.
What did
and
you
out on
say
the
planting when?
out on the road for some time and hard travel, and some of you a little more sore than others. And
Why does he look at me?
you awake at the Lily and the Dewdrop Inn. And what would you all like to do today? I think if I remember right, it was like
Gotta get
there
on
was
the
3
road.
people in a room and 3 other people in a
Yep.
room.
I need to find out if somebody can do sewing,
It was-
or I gotta find a seamstress.
Yeah. That was it.
The three of us.
The
And
three of us.
Him over.
Okay.
What's wrong?
So you guys,
My
okay.
britches got
They're
ripped
talking.
in that fight last night.
I can fix those for you. You don't take them off. Just hold them together. Oh, look, I got the skull right there. So I'm going to do molecular bonding on 6 inches of whatever's ripped. Sweet. I got the- I think it's double.
Wait. It's even going.
So now it's 24 square inches, so it's probably more overkill.
So you
Fix for a
see
room.
him start to concentrate. He's looking at the tear in your pants. And slowly
It's all you, bud.
you feel just the tiniest, slightest movement in the cloth on your hands, because that's where you're holding it together. And then he stops concentrating, and you're standing there holding your pants.
Thank you.
Well, you don't. You're still holding your pants,
You can look over.
and they stay together.
Many thanks.
That's why I tell you guys always save your arrows if they're broke. And I can't swear. Or your boobs what?
They're trying to escape
They're trying to-
From that shirt,
from the
Uh,
they're going,
Hey.
"Ah."
God,
they
so
sure
annoying.
did.
Yeah, they escaped, but he got a 1.
Take the bra off.
critical flash.
Very cool.
Okay, and then Owen starts to stir, and he gets up. Apparently, none the worse for wear.
Let's get our stuff together. We gotta get back on the
You
road.
guys do anything unusual in the room before you head on out?
Just no.
Gather your supplies, gather your supplies, and
Oh yeah, I guess everything's back.
rituals.
Yeah, they didn't mean you two personally.
did you cast any spells yesterday? Did you need to?
Hey, maybe we can
Other
train
than
that
like
dog
the
this morning.
cursory prayers that you might do as a religious
Did you
person?
hear about my dog?
Anything
You'll
unusual?
find out, I guess.
Yeah, that was it.
The other one stopped talking like a weird.
Did you do anything other than the usual prayers by a religious person? You don't need to pray for man.
I don't need it.
Okay,
I'm not responsible.
so you all go down to the common room, and lo and behold, Aluna is down there with her feet propped up on a chair, and she's got this cup of some kind of steaming liquid in her hand, and she's wearing like traveling baggy pants and baggy shirt with a tie up in this part, not her clothes at all, and
No
She
heavy
looks-
cloak or coat or anything?
It's right next to her.
Oh, okay.
She looks very comfortable, as if she's having the time of her life.
I go sit down next to her.
So you see a person, I guess, have you met her?
Mhm.
And okay. Okay, so that's what you guys see.
Fucking when did you blow in on her?
Welcome back.
Late last night, early this morning, early
You
this
know.
morning.
So what happened?
Who dropped you off?
Myself
Where were you at?
doing things.
All right.
Thank you,
talk
such
later.
ass.
Oh, Aluna, you notice Addie is back. That's the one thing that you weren't expecting. And the cat. Cat is muzzled indoors with them. So, out of everything, that's like, you did not expect that, just like they did not expect you.
Is he down there too?
Yeah.
I haven't seen you in a while.
Long time, Aluna.
That's weird.
Yeah, last
Isn't
time
that the cat's name?
My cat's name is Luna.
Oh, that's gonna get weird.
Or weird and everything else that happens.
Yes.
Why'd you leave without letting us know where you're going?
I had
Waitress comes over and
some
drops
hard
off
minutes I had to
mugs
do.
of these same steaming beverages. It says compliments of the house. And she looks at you and winks and
Oh, yeah.
goes on.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And the stuff has got kind of an odd smell, so you kind of try it and it's like, okay, could be worse. But it's warm.
I guess you're all right.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Should I tell her?
What?
Should I tell her about
Oh
last
yeah,
month?
go ahead. You might have run into him. Who knows?
When we were at the Green Dragon, before we left about a month ago,
No Philly in the shop.
we
There's nothing in it?
I walked outside to take Dash out.
Now you notice there's no dog around.
Where's your dog?
We had to leave him behind so that the animal that was traveling with the other animal wouldn't eat him. But
Is he like somewhere safe where someone will take care of him?
Well, she just left him behind on the street, whining as we left.
more complicated than that. But
Not really.
when I was outside,
I'm sure he's warm now,
Oh, she
though.
went ghetto.
I'm sure she's warm now. The dog's warm now, though, because there were plenty of homeless people around giving him that look. He's nice and warm.
when I was outside taking him out for what I did not know was going to be the last time, I saw the Pasta House gang walking past, and you will never guess who was with them.
Lucian?
How the fuck? How did you know?
Because I saw it
When?
about a month ago.
Did you tell her how they went by? They dashed right by.
Fucker.
Where's my thing?
Oh, I went for a sound effect. Gonna give us a second.
I fucking hate you guys.
You guys keep missing. Talking about this Lucian fella, he must have been a really dashing guy.
Now here's the thing. You just spit up on the floor.
Oh.
Yeah, you did.
Oh, that felt earlier.
Oh, that's from earlier. She's worried about where she gets drunk and wakes up.
I'm not worried about it.
Not worried.
Oh, goodness.
You said you seen him. Did you talk to him? We couldn't find him after he went by.
Yeah, I went back in to tell them, and then when I came back out, he was gone.
We had a brief conversation.
So what's the deal? They hired him. Now they rescued him, so now he owes them his life or whatever bullshit.
They didn't really get into detail with that. They rescued him and he's hanging out with them now.
So you fulfill whatever bullshit they think you owe them?
Yeah.
What do you have to do?
Stuff.
Fair.
Are you done with the whatever
Yes,
they
that's
feel
why I'm
you
here.
owe? Well, that's good then.
Yeah, we're good.
Up to the same old things, Aluna.
No idea what you're referring to.
Sure.
But yeah, I'm ready to get down to Gomenit with you guys now.
Why don't you fill her in on
Yeah.
your butt brother?
Remember
Father
the
or
druid
whatever
that we
the
met
fuck
down
that
there
is.
last time? The one that sent out the giant bear?
The one
That was a
that
dick.
attacked someone about a chicken.
No. I think you're talking about someone else.
It must have been a different druid. All the druids are here.
Right?
Okay, so this one sent out like a giant bear. That attacked
Yeah,
everybody.
that blew a hole and the guy
That-
blew a
yeah.
hole into. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the house caught on fire, and then that giant sword guy came out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
And then the druid also took our animals right before. Yeah, I was like, he apparently is in charge of an area around here of keeping it safe.
I would assume so. Most druids do have an area of woods that they claim as their own.
Well, he also takes care of the villages.
Oh, okay.
And he basically told us that that whole sword ruler invasion thing that was happening last time they were down there. Apparently, it's not happening down there anymore.
Oh, okay.
It's happening somewhere in the north. The steel cross, he said, the steel cross from the west will not make landfall by sea. That we should look to the north to the place of doom. That is where they will come.
I don't think they mean Doom Grinder. That doesn't make any sense. So there's too many places to Doom. You got any thoughts on that?
No.
It's too bad.
No, my guess would be the Doom Grinder, but I mean, that makes no sense.
It's not
how
place
they get
Doom.
there.
It's just an arcade piece of shit sitting in the fake mountain full of bad guys that wouldn't follow him anyway. So somewhere else, I don't know.
Maybe Kabash knows? I don't know.
I don't know.
He's been playing with those portals for God knows how long, almost a year.
I want to see his portals. That's why I'm going. That supposedly he needed my assistance or something. You guys are coming up to telling me to help, or Artie. What the fuck are you doing?
Mimicking Sabrina.
You thinking
I'm
nipple
not doing
selfies?
that.
Nipple selfies?
Yeah,
Can I show you my nipple?
everyone knows if you're doing it in front of other people, you go up through the bottom, not like that. It's too obvious.
Everybody knows.
Everybody knows.
I didn't know that.
Thank you.
If I ever want to be
For this guy to get everything in picture, he has to go.
Will you hold this for me, Chris?
Yeah.
And let me stand across the room.
So he's like, Chris, what are you doing?
You're too close.
Not
Oh
like
my
that,
God.
you idiot. Oh, sorry.
One time my brother was like,
That's a
you
selfie.
gotta reach out and
Look at
hit
the
him with
shot.
my dick. My mom goes, must have been
Dashing good job,
off the
Chris.
I know.
nose." Yeah, my mom's a savage.
So your mom's a
My-
savage?
Yeah, she's a savage. 'Cause
She's
one
still
time-
single?
Stop. My brother was like, I'm gonna reach out and smack him with my dick. And she goes, well, I must have been standing awfully close.
Oh,
That's terrible.
That's fantastic. Every
Good
time
one,
I
Danny.
watch it.
Low blow right there.
So let's
So-
get dashing on.
That's where we will go.
That's what
Oh,
we're
Never
it's
coming back.
doing.
I think I got a new name for my mule.
Dash.
You were doing so good. Watching you an asshole.
You also notice a very ornate staff that I
I'd do
have
one.
with me, by the way.
A what?
A very ornate staff. Oh, it looks like a mountain lion.
I assume that's because you have a mountain lion pet. So you
Right.
got a thing for cats. That's
he
cool.
loves cats.
He loves
Every kind of cat.
And he wants to hug them all,
But
but
he
he can't hug
hug
every cat.
It's not that stupid.
Did you ever see that? Okay.
No.
We'll show him at the end of the game. Remind me.
Okay.
Or I'll send it.
Take a little selfie.
Again, you two seriously just need to get a room already.
So
Shut
you're cool
up.
with these
He
people,
hasn't done
Yeah,
anything.
selfie room.
With who?
people that you ran off with?
Yeah, we're fine.
So we're good to go?
Yeah, I'm good to go.
All right, let's go.
Off we go.
All right, so I guess you gather your belongings and finish off your hot drink of whatever and feeling good and ready to go.
Take the waitress on the way out and give her a wink.
Some good
I feel too
Everybody knows
good.
when the DM
Quick,
smiles,
punch
it's already too
me.
late.
Okay, now nothing's gonna happen.
It's gonna be the fucking
Weather girl,
coldest
please
day.
roll some D12.
Damn it.
Sorry.
I guess weather girl.
Not me this
Twelve.
time.
Again?
6.
Stop.
And again.
I thought you were gonna do like one of the.
Yeah.
You know,
Like
the weird
on
thing
the
was
shoulders.
that came from under the table.
And again.
It has like an extra joint in it, so it's kind of like.
When I was talking about tapers, they have pre
12.
They do.
Okay.
Fun
Well.
fact of the day.
You're feeling great. You head outside, and almost immediately you see dark clouds approaching,
Fuck
as
yeah.
if a bad omen from some far off land.
Which direction?
From the southwest. And
That's right where we're heading.
the temperature it feels like it's actually getting colder.
Fuck yeah.
And
Great
what you
travel
thought was
weather.
going to be a great day quickly turns into not so great.
Maybe we should stay here another day.
You don't
Because
wanna
as
travel
you're
in
looking
sweet
from
weather?
under the bowels of the
Goddamn
or the
land
eaves
crap.
of the stable,
Land
you're
crap.
just getting ready to leave when suddenly you hear,
I love it.
and then blah 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 blah, and there's a hailstorm
Liberace.
fucking
Oh.
just
Son of
blasting down.
How big is
And you
that?
see people like running and
golf balls.
getting hit, and ow, ow, and you see cats running.
Yeah, you giant.
All the chickens go in
Live that fast.
out of the hail, and the pigs, and everyone.
Every once in a while, we just
Whatever
see, like, a
animal
tuft
isn't
of
smart
feathers.
enough to get out of the hailstorm, they get the shit.
I know one animal that's not smart enough to get out of the hailstorm.
You mean the one that's
Dog.
tied up that's now a skeleton?
God fucking damn it!
Dash jerky.
Yeah, dash turkey. Ooh,
So-
that sounds good.
That hailstorm lasts
Just
for a
a dash
little
of
while.
spice.
Yeah.
And then about an hour later, the thunderstorm continues until finally the sky actually starts to break a little bit, and you can see a sun up there, but everything is all wet and mushy. You still have time to leave if you'd like, or you can not. It's up
What
to
did
you
you say it
guys.
was? Afternoon?
Not quite dinner time.
I'm gonna stay here another night.
Yeah.
Want me to see if it'll.
Remember,
clear up?
dinner time is noon.
Oh.
Up to you.
Supper time
Yeah.
is soup, which is the late meal. Of
Yeah, let's sail up. Let's go. Everybody,
We're
get your
fine.
shit together. Go out to the horses. Wait. Yeah. Just get on the road.
Let's go.
Get everything sailed up.
Just can't
Head
wait.
out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you bring a horse?
Yeah.
Where did you
let's-
hear that
Thank
song? Such a good song, isn't it?
All right.
You said you're a
So-
poet, right? Can you sing that song next time we are in a town, please?
Next time we're in town, I'll sing that song.
What song?
On the road again. I just can't wait. On the road again.
As you leave Port Azure, there's a sign that points to the south, and it says Gomenit, 6 days. And the road looks like it's a very well-traveled road along the side of the
Oh.
the Woolly Bay.
Also, as soon as we leave the town, the muzzle and the leash comes off.
Along the way, there's many
along the
fishing
shore
villages and smallish
And-
towns, and you see a varied assortment of people. There seems to be a few more foreigners in these port towns and places. They seem to have a lot more cosmopolitan feel to them. You see some different kinds of fashion and attire, and you have a chance to, if you for some reason you wanted to purchase some kind of exotic items along the way, you could. Depends on how slow or how fast you want to get to your destination. So
Where's shouldn't we be hitting Hardby before we hit Gomenit? We need to get to Hardby yet.
Hi, it's me. I'm just
Are
raising
we-
that matter. Just water all the kitchen. That's why I took this off.
Another thing, Aluna. You remember
Another
how?
thing, Aluna. Hold on a minute. We didn't get to Hardby. Where the hell's Hardby at? Hardby is before we get to Gomenit.
We've already passed it, haven't we?
No, we haven't stopped at Hardby. We would have stopped at Hardby. It's a big ass City.
That's where I'm from.
Didn't it go like straight?
Where she's from. We haven't passed it yet.
We've been kind of going southwest.
It's along the river.
Roll a D30.
Uh-oh.
It's on the same side of the river we're on.
19.
Okay. Yeah, you know that Hardby's on the other side of the bay. You guys are going to Gomenit.
I
So
thought it was on the
he's
same
getting
side.
excited over nothing. You can tell him or not. Or you can let him stew. These guys are all fucking idiots, but you're sitting there going, huh.
Yeah, we're not gonna say it
Why not?
on the other side of the bay.
I seem to remember when we traveled down there, we didn't cross the whole river to get to Hardby. It was on the same side as Greyhawk. When we just traveled down there, 2 months ago, as with Tam, in the middle of the blizzard.
It was to Harvey. We didn't go to Gomenit last time.
I know, to Hardby.
Yeah,
We didn't cross the river to go to Hardby.
No, we just went. Okay, so here's the road.
Yeah.
Go this way or this way. We went this way.
It's
And
along.
now we're going this way.
It's along the river. We're traveling on that road that goes along the
But
river.
now we're past the river.
The river runs for all the way down to the bay.
Yes, and it's on the other side.
It's on the other side of the river.
The bay. The other side of the bay is
Hardby.
Harvey.
Wait,
Hardby.
this is too painful to watch. He doesn't remember you guys crossed a
I don't
bridge.
remember us crossing a bridge in the river.
Oh,
That's why I'm saying.
That's fine.
I don't remember it. Maybe it was too snowy and blizzardy that day.
Maybe.
I
But
really
we're
don't remember.
Yes.
Harvey's not this way. Harvey's the other.
I also remember seeing a sign that says to Hardby, Port d'Azur. There's the bridge in Port d'Azur.
I don't remember Hardby being
Yeah,
one.
But that's okay.
That's me.
I just can't.
I
You
don't
gotta
remember
get
Hardby.
this
I
get
believe
past
you. I
the-
just don't remember Hardby. I would have thought we would have stuck to Hardby because you're being your hometown. Or did we discuss that? I don't remember.
We didn't discuss it.
Anyway.
By the way,
Go
We're
Gomenit.
on our way to Gomenit. Oh, baby.
apparently,
Just this cheap.
you know how Tide came in last time?
Yeah.
And destroyed.
Wave, you mean?
Wave, yeah.
Yeah.
And destroyed like half the town.
I-
Apparently, that's not the same way anymore. Apparently, it's all like together and functioning and happy.
Huh.
Yeah.
Okay. A lot of
That was
things.
the Druid said.
Yeah.
A lot of things have been different.
Okay. So as I said, I'll say it again. Depending on how much you want to watch your surroundings, you can go slower and explore the different cultures and fashions and etc. Or you can go as fast as you can go and skip all that.
I think we
It's
should
up
go
to you
fast.
Yeah, let's just
I don't
go
really
to
want to
Gomenit.
sightsee.
You don't have
We can
a
sightsee on the way back.
you don't have
When
a
traveling's easier.
destination date, so
I say we should just go fast and get down there.
Yeah, because I
If you say
mean,
so, then.
we can linger on the way back, but it's
If we go
nicer
that way back, there's
traveling.
other ways back. There's a boat. As long as my uncle's not on it, we'll be fine.
Yeah, we tried to hire a boat, but we couldn't. We didn't have much luck with that in last.
You remember the last time that we were on boats?
I said without my uncle being there.
The first time he wasn't there, and we still got
That wasn't
on the way to
river.
the castle.
It wasn't on the river. Wasn't that? You said that was down in the bay.
With the Kraken? The Kraken, that
They don't-
giant
Both
octopus
times.
thing?
They don't.
Both
They don't live in
times
the
No, the
river.
second time was also
because of
we
your
got
uncle.
yeah.
But we also ran into those people that boarded us and checked us. And by the way, who kept the friggin' pendants?
Yeah, he said you guys kept sword ruler pendants as
A
some
gift
fucking
from your
reason.
uncle.
They were a gift. Come to find out what they
Oh,
were.
that's a nice gift. You get caught with those. What the hell?
That's why we all got rid of them.
Slightly good.
Oh, well, that's good. He didn't say that.
We did after we got on the ship and after they got found by somebody because somebody kept them. I'm not actually, I don't think it was you. I'm pretty sure it was one of your type.
Yes, I definitely don't have any.
Hey, thanks, Cobb, for
You're
putting
welcome.
all that stuff away.
yeah, just trying to.
Did you just limbo under the fucking door?
Yes, he just limboed underneath the door. He's too tall to go underneath the door.
He went like this though. He went.
And two
He's
directions.
You put everything away and Giants having third breakfast.
Look, his hair is touching the fan. You can see his hair.
It's gonna get tangled up and it's gonna yank his head.
Cheers.
He was working with that fly strip right there. I see him lean back as a
He hit it last week. He hit it last week.
You weren't there, but
He was holding the cat, and the cat has fleas, and the fleas are jumping off on everybody. And then he leaned back and hit the.
Unfortunate.
He got stuck in it for a while. So
I don't know why.
kept making it worse.
Did you give him too much mac and cheese?
Apparently.
You don't even.
What if she spoon feeds
That's
it?
why he's grabbing more fried chicken. He'll eat it.
What if she spoon feeds it to you?
You
Watch
might
your
like
head,
that.
your feet. God, so tall you
Okay,
can't
well, I'm
put
not
it in.
gonna throw it away and feeling it.
He'll like that.
You have to feed it to him. One,
I'm not
One
gonna
fork.
spoon
Do
feed it.
not get a few.
There's a fork. How am I gonna spoon
one
feed it?
cheesy wet noodle at a time.
You would love that.
Stop it!
Hey, I saw this movie a long time ago. Had 2 dogs in it. They had it like the pasta between their mouths.
Hey, what did
Yeah.
what did you use for seasoning on
Lady
the,
and the Tramp.
on
Thank
the
you.
pasta? Just a little dash.
There you go.
We're gonna go back and
We got a
Dash is gonna have
dash
himself a wife now and have little Dash babies.
I hope so.
No,
It'll be
he,
way
I
better
think
than
we're
the
pretty sure he got
alternative.
eaten. We left him where the homeless were.
You guys could like give her some like
I have a video of Dash.
If you fucking play Shovel Dog right now, I'm gonna kill myself.
I don't know what show dog
Oh,
is. Somebody look it up and
never
play it.
Don't kill yourself.
Nobody look it up because it's really awful. And I
She's-
only saw
she's
it by
terrible
accident
towards
on
animals.
4chan.
We should have told the druid what she did.
I'm gonna sneak the food. You already got it.
oh my god. Why do you have a video of that?
What?
Except for no one else.
I feel like love
That
actually
dog trying
fits
to
you.
jacket
I
so
know,
hard.
right?
I'm about to send a
What
picture
the
of it
fuck?
to Emily because I was like, Jesus Christ.
Because like love is like monstrous on everybody else.
Hey, here's what Dash is doing now that you're not around.
Stop it!
Well, you can see the video. Look, Dash is walking himself. He's doing a two-handy, two-paw. You're a southpaw is a two-paw.
His last words I heard him say, "I've got thumbs."
Look, you see at the end, it's hanging out in the middle. It's like the third leg, like the giant over there. I'm not sure which one to walk on it. It's like those stupid carts that have the 6 wheels on them. The middle wheels are longer, and it's I don't know which way to lean.
Oh, I was gonna show this to Cobb.
Nah, I just
We got
had to
those at
say
work.
with some
37,
messenger.
this is the number. Cobb, before you sit back down, I want to show you this.
We're getting a lot done.
Oh.
So I was stuck behind a bus, and the bus number was 37. I was like, fuck it.
It was so slow. She ran
Okay.
out and painted it.
So you guys are taking the ride down, and you said you're traveling. You're not stopping to
Lots of Dash jokes.
view any kind of culture, fishing villages, or small towns. And so I need
You need.
you roll a d12.
Like take a selfie with Sabrina.
You have to throw up blood.
Yeah, right off the bat.
You rolled a 1.
All of you roll charisma checks, please.
On a 20?
Yep.
Get a point.
Made it.
Made about the
Oh, I failed.
Made it by one.
Oh, I
Made it by one.
love it. She said that. Move your.
I got a 19.
Oh.
They do not like my face.
I
Oh.
failed.
I just gotta whip those left.
Okay.
Did everybody or
What
almost
did you?
everybody
You said
just
you rolled a
fucking
19.
fail?
What'd you
No.
roll?
Pass
I
it
rolled
back
a
around.
17.
2 people
17.
failed.
Okay.
You and
You want me to roll
No,
for
he failed
Open?
too by 3.
So much.
How?
We all rolled super high. I rolled a 17. He rolled 18. You rolled a 19.
I rolled so high.
How?
Oh, you 3.
Yeah, you're a bard. This is the second time the bards failed this charisma check.
So
Maybe you're just not that good looking.
I'm a druid, and I do always make mine more often than not.
He shows up more games than you do. And then they say much.
you all are traveling. Could I please get a marching order?
Yes.
And you all may arrange yourselves as you see fit. It can only go 2 wide. On
Pulls
this-
out a whole chicken out of all the bones.
Although I will say, some of you might want to stay
See,
out
that's why
of
that's
the
what's
middle of
chicken,
the road,
because
and
he's like,
it's actually a sturdier, less muddier track if you
Not
stay to the
bad.
edges of the road.
Yeah.
Just
So
because of
we
the
can't
time of
be
the
in-
year.
We can't be in two.
You can march however you want. I'm just saying
No,
there's
we
mud.
can't do that on the side if we're side by side. Is what you're saying?
Probably not, no.
All right.
But you guys can still decide how you want to go. I guess I should just say
I don't
the
have a problem doing
terrain.
it. For,
You
I mean, it's probably on and off depending on how bad the train is.
Yeah, the road is muddy and that will create its own hazards. So
The
just
cat
like
is
driving
like-
on a wet road, sometimes you drive
Cat's
off to
gonna
the
be like
side
this.
to avoid the
No,
trash
she's on
or
the
whatever
side.
it's called when there's water on it.
It's
You'd
still
think it'd
muddy,
be like
which is
Europe
so
where they would
sweet.
have the
Yeah, we
roads
can't get some
crowned
pause
and
on
the
the-
water would go off, but they don't do it.
Like when they have tape on it. Have you ever done that? Have you ever purposely put tape
No,
on
because
your
I'm not a
cat's foot?
fucking monster.
Not you, fucker. I'm fucking
Sorry, we
him.
have a
Actually, I
donkey
have.
for you, right?
Don't you love
Yes.
that? Makes
Yeah.
sense.
I mean, it gets kind of old after like a minute.
Yeah, but the
But
first minute.
the first like 30 seconds
Yeah,
is hilarious.
it's hilarious, and then it's like, okay, I'm sorry,
I'm sorry.
because you're a stupid fucking animal and you shouldn't do that.
Do you put like a towel on the back and just constantly try to crawl out?
And that I do with socks all the time, especially when they're fucking with you, and you're like, really? And then they're like,
I thought we had a.
I can put my hand right over the
Remind me,
horse and
did
find
Oldham
their
have a
ears out.
horse or not? When he
And this is
when he
like
first
going
showed
like
up,
this,
I thought you said he
ears
did,
out.
but I don't.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Jesus.
who did we give Lucian's horse to?
That one.
Okay, all right. I'm just trying to make sure we got everybody.
On a
That's what I was
horse.
wondering.
Bart.
I gotta have another horse because Aluna's here.
You know you guys saw those? They have
was
green
mangy.
eyes.
Wow, that was so dashing.
Wait, who's that?
No,
All right.
it's like this picture.
You're not seeing dude
white
So-
before?
So hard. They're so stupid.
That's marketing straight. That's like straight up
That's straight
marketing.
you see a sign
Get some baby wives to call them dude whites. Guys will buy them.
written in the Southern tongue, so those of you that can read and write can read it. And the sign says, dangerous passage
You
Yeah,
can
there's
tell
pirates
me
beware
what's
of
outside the way.
bandits.
Fuck yeah.
Hey, what's that sign
and
say?
coming up
Bandits.
as you ride forward, you can see that the road goes between two hills. And at the top of each hill are outcroppings of trees. Perfect place for an ambush.
Oh, yeah.
Oh boy.
Aluna.
Oh boy.
So I'm guessing you guys just
Tell your
ride
friends
straight
to go
on
away.
through, or do you do anything different?
What's up, brother?
Hey, Eddie.
Will we stop and converse
Tell your
Go ahead and
friends to go
stop.
away.
Okay, how far back do you stop from
when
the
we see at the sign? Yeah, at the sign when you see
Okay.
the two hills. Right?
sign's about 50 yards ahead? I mean, the hill's about 50 yards ahead of the sign.
We stop at the sign.
Well within bow range.
Good to
I'm not
know.
worried about bandits, but I mean, we're probably going to get jumped and then we'll have to deal with them.
Yeah.
You want to just ride around the hill instead of through the middle of the road?
Alright.
Everybody get ready.
I'm ready.
I'm ready.
If you're going to cast something or shoot something, have it ready.
Yep.
I imagine
I
we'll
think I
see
will.
some people.
Same.
I got you.
I got you, babe.
Peter, do you remember what your default spell was that you said you were going to memorize
Yes,
every
it's-
day unless you change it?
It was my
Armor.
no.
Magic
Yes, it was my magic missile.
Oh, yes. It was
You
my
told me
magic
you were going to do armor every day. That's
Did
what
you
your
too?
default was.
No?
Well, then it's armor. I have a bow anyway. So.
It's not about that. Yep.
How are you eating candy now?
Yeah, it's like, pass it around, don't eat it all.
Yeah, it wasn't
I'm
here.
like,
Take
share
this
a
box.
little bit, man, but don't eat the
Here, have a
whole
couple. He dumps half out, the other half in his mouth.
You didn't
And
say
someone
anything.
was
You just handed me.
Oh
Wow.
Lord.
You just handed me the box.
Next time, hand it the
Well,
other direction
Come on,
first.
man.
Start this way.
I'm
so it
sucking
ends-
on it.
That
What
did
can I
have.
say?
That did remind me. Of
I
the
thought you were
childhood
supposed to be
thing.
good at that.
He's still serious. And you're still holding him.
Well, yeah, because half of it is still in. The other half fell out.
No,
I
don't look
regret
at me.
saying anything.
I aged out.
I ain't
I regret everything.
I put my 30
Here,
in.
Chris, I brought some candy this year. Would you like all of it?
Okay. So, you guys have stopped and you're talking.
Seems
Just
that
get
way.
ready. We're probably going to get attacked as soon as we go through.
Is there any way? Is there
Can
any
you tell
way we
them
can
to go
around?
away?
We could try.
The surrounding territory looks like
Ambush.
not super thick, heavy forest. You certainly could. You would be going through a little slower because you'd be going around all these trees and dead trees that have fallen, or who knows what's out there in the woods.
That's fair.
Could be nothing.
Could be nothing.
Depends on what day it is. I could still got to go.
Well,
There
since
could be
it's
something
Thursday
big.
every day.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm unlucky every Thursday.
Is this the result of the 1-year-old?
Yes.
How do you know?
I don't know. Just guessing, yes.
Yeah.
Just guessing.
Well,
You rolls a 1, we come across the signs for bandits. I feel like bandits are going to attack.
so are the hills.
Probably staged
Is
for
there
an
something
ambush.
like clear enough we could ride around the hill? I mean, I'm trying to picture. You
Like I
said there's a
it's-
bunch of
it's
trees at the
light
top.
forest that you would be riding through if you didn't.
No.
The road goes through here because it's the clearest path. You can certainly go off road at any time.
Laughing
Is
at
it-
your
Are
amazing
they
aim.
cleared?
They're all going
Is
right
the
to
road-
it.
I'm going on the floor.
The hills. The hills
Rounding
got
them off.
the same kind of
boxes.
I
light forest.
That one wasn't me.
Probably what it looks like is that
There's one more in there.
there might have been some logging done in the past at some point because it's not dense forest. So
I'm under attack.
or maybe the bandits cleared.
Are you
some
any
of the
good
brush
at
to
like
make
scouting
bows
ahead
and
and sneaking
arrows.
around and see what you can see? I'm asking a question. What about your cat? Can your cat
Both
tell if
are.
something's up there?
So,
Can it
yeah.
sneak around and maybe see something?
And so can I.
You guys realize that the conversation between these two is a little bit louder than you might hope.
Well, I didn't want it to move all the figures when we stopped to talk. I assume we all
you
bunch
don't have
up.
to.
But
You just say, "Well, somebody moves closer to someone else."
we all kind of bunch up to talk about what's going on. I'm not excluding everybody else because they're back here, but I'm not. Hey, so we're all the
Hey,
signs
tree
here,
fucker.
and we kind
Hey,
of
tree
gather
fucker.
up. If you want me to move figures, I will. But we gather up here to kind of discuss options.
I'm pretty decent at being quiet in the forest.
That kind of your whole thing. So,
Or do we want to just try to go around it? I mean, we don't have carts or wagons, so
We can try to
we
go around it.
should easily be able to ride through the forest.
We can probably go through the forest and have no issue. Hopefully.
All of you roll observation.
Or I could go ahead and
If you
So
don't
I
have
can
observation, you would roll a 30, and it would be versus your intelligence minus 10.
No.
I can still roll for 10 days. And
I'm
not
missing
I
by
rolled
2.
my intelligence. But no.
And a 1 is always a success.
You
Okay.
failed.
I feel.
All right. All of you hear this. Get moving! But it sounds like it's coming from all around you.
What the
Not from the front, not from the rear, not from the side, not from the top, not from underneath.
Is this a voice that we heard recently?
Doesn't sound like a voice you've heard recently.
Why?
What's the rush?
Look around.
All is quiet except for the natural ambiance of the trail and forest.
We're not interested in your trap.
You want to go around?
One of the horses starts to paw nervously at the ground.
I think our best bet is to try to go around.
Go around.
Sure. I'll lead.
Okay.
That's
You
what
go
we do.
left or right.
Right.
All right.
Okay. So you take the horse and the line, and you take it off the road, and you start to go off, and the
As long as the road still looks past, I mean, the ground looks passable. We don't want to take the horse on something that might be
right,
dangerous.
it certainly appears to be.
Appears to be dangerous, or
No, passable.
Appears to be passable.
I'm looking at the sides for something that might roll down the hill and block our way, or maybe roll down the hill and hit us.
Roll an observation check.
Obviously, on the hillside of it. Listed by 3.
There does not appear to be anything like that.
Is there big trees around? Anything in the trees?
Roll me an observation.
I actually made it by 3.
You did.
Yep.
Your intelligence? Or no, you have observation
I don't
as a
think so.
non-weapon proficiency?
His last character had it, I thought.
My last one did. But I know I can see things tracking in the woods. And
Yeah, but you're just rolling against your intelligence minus 10.
Right.
You made it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow, you're intelligent.
No. Or 2.
Means you're intelligent.
At least 12.
You had to have at least, yeah. I was gonna say
Okay,
minus
well.
10.
When you look up in the trees, you see all of these, not all of these, you see 3 nests of what are definitely squirrels. You see 2 large nests of what appear to be some type of bird of prey, maybe eagles or falcons. And you see nothing else.
No,
What are those?
Do they call airhead bites? Or
As you
something?
continue along,
Soft-tail bites.
you are now even with the hill.
You want a blue?
Do I hear lots of sounds of nature?
You want
Is there like bugs chirping
I
or
got
whatever?
it.
Everything sounds
That'd be
like it
close
would
to
sound.
Okay, so everything
Yeah.
sounds like
So it's not horrible. It's not
A
great.
thriving ecosystem.
okay.
Off in the distance, you hear the yipping of possibly the rutting of whatever.
Foxes.
Yeah.
Foxes were the one that actually that term derived from.
Your cat kind of perks up at that, but doesn't run astray. Your friend, the cat, I should say.
Addie and the cat.
And then right as you go around the hill, you rejoin the road.
I want to turn around and see
Yeah,
if there's
I look
anybody
back
behind
over.
us.
See if there's anything like we can see from this side on top of the hill.
Roll observation checks. Each of you can roll, or the other one can roll with advantage. Okay, so you both are rolling.
I almost.
I mean,
Yeah, you make it.
No.
You see everything that I described, and nothing else.
I guess they're off today.
And they're off today.
Did you tell them not to be here?
What's he going on from the back of the group?
50 yards from you now notice as you go around a little curve, another hill is off to the left.
The
And just
real
beyond the
danger.
hill, you notice a homestead with a chimney that is billowing out smoke. The breeze brings forth a scent of
Keep
fresh baked goods.
going. Keep going. How you get murdered? Keep going.
Oh
Random house
my
by
goodness.
himself.
And you
How you
see
get murdered?
an old woman
Oh,
That's
Turning-
definitely a trap.
Keep going.
She's a witch.
returning with the water buckets.
Nope, we're gonna get murdered.
To
Go
her house.
forward.
We're
And
going.
as you
Going.
guys pass by, she looks up and smiles and just waves.
Oh, we're
Smile and wave.
We're cursed.
Keep
It's always
going.
the old ladies. Old ladies will get you.
Have you ever heard of snow?
Hansel and Gretel.
Oh my god.
Oh, God.
Tangled.
God.
Well, I'm glad you didn't say Hindle.
Is there
girl.
casting? Is there casting from horseback? I remember we had a conversation about this.
Yeah, you just
Yeah.
can't.
Be moving.
No. I didn't
Okay.
know
So you continue on.
on.
Now coming from the other direction, you see probably
No. On him.
Why don't you take this thing away from each other?
I may have to because
He hasn't turned it off since he got
they're
it.
using him not for intended purposes.
Exactly.
Just hands.
They're wearing out your bad.
I have extra batteries.
In
I
your,
can get you more.
in your nightstand drawer?
No, those don't work for that.
Well, I was gonna say, what's that going to get done? Your squirrel?
Oh, you get those Dash brand?
No, but I honestly do have 3 extra batteries for those in my backpack.
Where you
I
blow
thought you were
six
going
of them.
somewhere else. But
You have batteries in
I
your
actually do
backpack?
have a dildo up my ass right now.
Jesus Christ.
Every time I roll a one,
I thought
it's
you
like,
had a smile.
oh. Okay, so
I got your remote.
Oh my god.
I was gonna say every time I roll 1, I turn it up to 6.
Jesus Christ.
I'm talking about yours.
I didn't know they had speed control.
I didn't either. Okay, so
Have you never met a woman yet?
coming the other direction appears to be
What's your
a
number?
very
The funny thing is, the thing up his ass is Tyler.
disciplined and orderly, in an orderly fashion, some type of group of our soldiers. They don't have a banner and they don't have
The road's still mucky.
yes.
We
Wearing the
stay
same type of armor?
They are wearing mostly chain, but there's various types.
And there is no symbols on them.
Not that you can see, no.
They're on one side of the road.
They appear to be coming right up the middle of the road, and their horses
In the middle of the mud.
kicking
Why?
up the mud as they go forward.
Why don't you have some orange juice instead?
They do not appear as though they are going to.
We just continue down the road unless it's an issue.
Yeah,
They do not appear like they're going to veer from the center of the road.
But we're on the side, so
So
like you said. I mean, we're not going to interfere with them, are we? Do we need to move
might.
further off?
If it
that's
comes
the
to
question
that,
that you have to answer.
Wait,
Then I
Yeah.
move further to the side
Yeah.
and stop.
if it
and I
comes
put up
to
a
that,
hand.
purposefully.
Hold up, guys. Let them pass.
I listen. I'm not
Nobody
Okay.
tried to date them.
So you all yield to the passing group of soldiers or army or whatever.
The first one passes. Gentlemen,
And they the sound is they're loud. There's like a huge trampling, and they just carry on, and the ground shakes a little bit, and you think to yourself it would suck to be in the front of a mounted cavalry charge. But they pass on, apparently not taking any notice of you all revel, and you continue on.
Yeah, go ahead, use it.
And now you get to roll me another d12.
11.
Oh, thank God.
Okay, so
2 ones.
you are one day out of a Fort d'Azur, and you find a suitable place to camp. And you all can do camp as you see fit or not. You do anything when you do camp that I need to be aware of.
after you set up camp, I pull Aluna off to the side and go talk to her.
Okay?
Eventually.
Anything from you guys?
How's everybody smelling?
Which one did you get? Which
Do you
one?
need
How's
me
everybody
to
smelling?
guard
You
your
smell like
house?
There's
horse
sugar-free strawberry in the fridge.
and mud and
The people stink.
I mean
Smell like nature.
Well, you're a druid. You should be able to handle that.
Shower time.
okay.
Shower time. Huh?
Do you want to try this, Andy?
No, I'm good.
I do.
I had plenty to eat and I'm
Apple?
satisfied.
Green apple? You want to try it? Do you want to try this candy?
Oh, no, thank you.
Alright.
I want my sprees. What's up, Al?
Oh, thank you.
Orange ones are the best.
Fair enough. Actually, while they're outside, I'm going to go downstairs and go weaving. Whee! Exactly. Go wait.
How you doing?
All right.
Fair enough. Fair to Midland.
Yeah.
That's what I hear at work all the time from all the old people.
Yeah.
Fair to Midland.
No, I'm just wore out. 14 days straight without a day off. Not gonna come up.
Yeah.
We just was short-handed. You know, the damn help we get being hired in the damn body.
Yeah, I
The
get that.
overtime was good.
Well, that's the problem. We advertised in the leader all areas for 3 weeks.
Right.
We had 6 people apply for the job.
They won't hire nobody. UCL came in. She came in November. Not getting no sleep. I caught a fucking cold. She came in November and clean house. New CEO, director of nursing,
Do you want to try the blue one?
new second in charge, new advertising, everybody. Hired HR lady, everybody.
No.
So everybody's new,
Do it the gayest way possible.
which is fine, but she's time I want.
Dude, did you see the message?
Which helps. I mean, helps.
Oh my god,
Yeah, we
no.
got,
This is the weirdest
guy
thing he's ever
retired.
said to me.
Huh?
We have a
Until
guy retired
earlier
in
when he
8
told me
months,
Yeah.
and we want to get somebody in there and start training them.
Oh, well, yeah, you got to.
And nobody wants to flip in the work.
That's the problem. Everybody wants to sit and look at that shit.
Yeah.
You know,
I retired the first time when I was 44 years old.
Hmm.
I'd done that.
oh, sure.
And
And
I got
then
bored after 8 months and I went
I
back to work.
said, oh, that's one of the
Yeah. No, I couldn't retire.
I don't know how people sit around and do nothing.
Oh
I
my
can't do it.
God.
Like I said, I worked
And then
14
you
days.
were like this.
They made me because I started.
This is at work.
Oh,
Right?
well, they gave me a payday. Oh,
Oh,
I
here's
have.
your time.
We can't fire nobody. We've had so
He's
many
okay with
people
it.
come through there,
Are you?
not even being fired. Son of a bitches,
No.
drag ass. They want half
Yes.
ass. Complaining about gossip.
Well, you'll just say nobody's guessing.
You got older guys like me or you bust.
Hey, we're not old.
No.
Just
Season. I guess you could call it that.
What's going on outside?
They're
Hey, you
talking.
know, you walked past the snake.
Oh yeah, I
Did you
saw.
see him?
I'm terrified of snakes, by the
Oh,
way.
I mean,
Wait, is your pet?
yeah.
Oh, Gracia.
What have you got?
Huh?
What kind?
Red tail boa.
Oh, that's not bad.
You're terrified of snakes?
Oh yeah, horrified,
Really?
horrified. I don't know how they can move and like move really fast, and they have no fucking legs.
It's shiny.
I'm terrified of snakes. That,
They move because they contract their muscles.
I know, but they
to
do
slide
like
across
this.
the ground.
I don't like it. It freaks me out.
Thank you to everyone who brought food.
You're welcome.
This Jello is fantastic, and I'm eating it.
It's blueberry pomegranate. and It's so
Where
good.
did boys go?
We
This would make
and I have
really
no
good
idea.
Jello shots.
Hell yeah! Oh my god, it's like UV blue.
Why did you bring your own Jello shots? I don't remember.
You just gave me the best fucking 21st birthday idea.
I don't remember my 21st birthday.
I intend not to.
Where am I at? I'm at Cobb's house.
Olivia is
Hey,
a
baby,
reminder
want
of
some
my last
coffee?
birthday party from 2 years
I hear
ago.
you like your coffee
3
with
years
extra
ago.
cream in it.
She was a birthday present.
All right.
Yeah.
What did she plan?
I was on birth control and we used condoms.
If it makes
Ow.
you feel any better, all 4 of us were accidents.
No,
Me
yeah,
and all
birth
my
control.
siblings.
and
No, I
condoms.
heard you.
God, baby.
So my mom is one of 7. Her mom is one of 13, I think she said. And then I was like, oh my god, how the fuck can that possibly happen? She
Mom's
was
got 7
Catholic.
kids.
No, my mom's one of 7. She has 6 siblings.
Or they said I'm 1 of 7. And then
No,
you said
I'm one
my
of
mom's
4.
one
It's
of.
4, 7, 13, and then something ridiculous. And I was like, how the fuck did that even happen? She goes, Catholics don't believe in birth control. And I was like, oh, yeah. That sounds horrible.
Yeah,
Well,
good.
I'm not Catholic.
I have Olivia, and that's all I need. She's good enough. She's more than I can handle. But no mine. No
Same.
mine. No mine. And then she like throat punches you. Runs away. She's savage.
You're looking at this.
Are they going to the bathroom together?
Oh,
Yep.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
No, Chris is going to look at the snake.
Don't cross
Apparently
the
so is
stream.
Randy.
Chris, Aluna wants you.
These are delicious.
Yeah, right?
Sorry,
They're
I was looking at
$1.75, so they're probably cheaper at Walmart. But
I was looking
they were
at
$1.75 at my store.
That's the place where water comes out of.
Cool. Just like the
PP?
Sink. The water comes out.
He looked like he was just going to start massaging you.
No, I was wondering.
You love that glove.
I do.
Everyone
My
does.
son loves that glove.
It fits his hand though.
Which son? Both of them are
Okay. Isaiah don't give a fuck about nothing.
Because it makes you feel like it's a stranger.
But his computer.
fair.
Jesus. Nobody else heard it either.
No, I heard it.
Oh, we heard.
We always just choose
I just
to
like your
not
laugh.
listen.
Turn on the window, water. Yeah,
Wow.
and fuck this person.
No, I can shut
All right.
the pump.
Sean, let's go.
Look at his face. What does that look like to you? Fucking it with no makeup.
Good job.
But that's all right. That's a cool belt. So. Okay.
And then Hammer, and then
Hammer?
is he cute?
Is he good looking?
Is he good looking?
You guys don't even remember.
I remember.
Is he good looking?
I remember.
God, is he good looking?
I remember.
God! Is he good looking?
No. No.
Yeah.
All right.
Depends how much you're into.
God! He got balls in his pants!
After
Is he looking this way? Is he looking this way?
after Aluna and
Stop.
return,
Burt Reynolds is dead.
yeah, I know.
What the fuck?
What?
What's
Oh,
that
that's
name?
easy
Burt
too.
Reynolds died.
Is
Yeah.
that
What the fuck
happened?
is that?
I heard
Earlier
that.
today.
I mean,
Today, I
because
mean, today.
Yeah, he
Awesome.
I'm pissed.
Why?
Because
Because that's what happens when you get
Smokey
old.
couldn't live forever.
He drank a lot. He drank a lot.
Okay.
They're with us
So
now.
anything else as far as the camp goes? No?
Checking the perimeter.
And watches? Is
Oh,
anybody
yeah.
taking
Hold
watches?
Listen to my jello there for a second. Abby,
Is this conversation, where is this happening?
you can have it in front of everybody.
Well, it's for you guys to decide,
I
don't
don't care. You can have it in
Sure.
front of everybody. I know you know what my skill set is. Do not go broadcasting it. Do not be talking about it. It's just something that's there that we don't talk about because you're going to get me arrested and then I'm going to have to kill you. Okay? Okay.
I don't need the added unwanted attention either, so you bringing it, looking at her.
And I have a legal working permit in Gomenit. Thank you very much.
I do remember that.
I'm a locksmith.
Oh, that's right.
Do you make locks especially so that you can pick them in? Like pick them?
I don't make locks. Okay, a locksmith someone who opens up locks. I don't make locks.
Now I know what that means. I was assuming since like Smith, you know, like, oh, you make locks.
Well, do you think that blacksmiths make?
Make black?
Well, now I just sound like a
They make little blacks.
I
They make little blacks named Smith.
Calvin out on the jam?
Like Will and Jaden and Jake.
You tell me there's chicken out here?
They got all
Hey, there's chicken out here, man.
Yeah,
There's two
come
kinds of mac and cheese
And
and chicken.
pulled
Pork pizza.
and Jello.
Pull it out and put it back in the
Pull it
house.
out. Come on,
There's a
man.
ton of food.
5 seconds ago. You can
Hurry
do
up!
it.
Hurry up! Hurry up!
There's
We're
fried
ready.
chicken,
We're cooking.
there's pulled
Hurry!
pork,
Hurry!
there's
I will.
mac and cheese,
There's bread
there's
somewhere.
cupcakes.
The two mac and cheeses, the one in the pot.
Well,
is
they're actually,
just
it's actually all in
cheddar.
the pot. I mean, it's all in the
There's some pot in the kitchen.
glassware.
Oh, you put it all in the. Okay, so the yellower one is cheddar, and the one that's lighter color is cheddar, mozzarella, and Gouda.
Shut up.
Cheddar.
Gouda.
Mac
It's, it's what?
cheddar, mozzarella, and
It's
Gouda.
very Gouda.
It's Gouda as
It's
fuck.
Gouda in the pot.
Okay.
And there's lots of cupcakes and brownies and jello.
Yeah, there's
yes.
brownies.
Oh my
The brownies are Gouda too. Put some brownies in the pot.
God, anywhere.
It's getting cut on tomorrow.
I thought it was today.
Nope.
Hey, Cobb.
Tomorrow.
What's our Wi-Fi password?
Yellow.
What
violin,
hospital do you know?
991.
The one out there, I guess.
Violin
St.
911.
John's Rock Hospital.
Oh, local.
Yeah.
They brought them all in.
All right, so who's doing the watches?
I'll take first.
I'll take
with all of
second.
them.
I'll take second with that.
And I'll take third shift.
Do you want to take the trip?
No,
No.
you can't.
Oh, I forgot. He's doing the fun stuff for the sleep all day.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
We got Ovam and Duran on the first one, Hendel on the second.
No, Hendel's on third.
Hendel's on third.
Aluna and I are on.
Wait,
I don't know.
who's
First
pitching?
base.
Who's on first?
And the two girls are on second? Ah,
No, I'm good.
You know what they say when all the men are asleep.
Chris touched them all. I don't want to. He had half a minute mouth. The other
I'm
half-
sure
half in
somebody
his pocket.
says that, but I don't believe it till I see it.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Get them.
does anything happen on Ovam and Durant's watch that I need to be aware of? No? How about Aluna and Thea?
I don't know,
You guys
does it?
discuss anything?
No.
And nothing? Okay. And then Hendel's all by himself?
Apparently.
Okay.
Got it. We have faith in him.
We have faith in him. He makes things.
Oh, I'm good.
Make
Thank
us
you.
go.
I got tea. I'm more confident. Thanks, Kevin.
Oh, Sean, I spoke. I should have said.
Next morning, the dawn breaks.
It's not a fly trap, it's a Tyler trap.
Nothing happens overnight.
You know what, Abe, man? I will. I'll take your money over. Definitely.
And you guys can do whatever you'd like this day.
Rituals.
Are you changing your spell?
Nope, armor.
Okay.
I get another hit pump back.
Yes.
Same thing. I thought we did. Amber.
Okay. As you all awaken, you are
Hey, bro.
pack your stuff up and hold the tents and wrap the blankets and tie off the things on the saddlebags, and you're off again.
Yes,
The
it
day
is.
starts off clear and cool, and as it goes on and as you travel further south, it starts to warm up a little bit. The road is muddy but not treacherous.
The strawberry one that comes out.
And then I need Thea to roll a d10.
It's delicious.
Yep.
Zero, zero. So I guess
That would be 10. Okay.
Great. 10. What was my warning?
I think about a one.
You weren't wanting anything. You travel along further, and then now you roll me a d12. And then roll another d12.
Did you mix it too?
11.
The mint flavor? Yeah, because that's going to be gross.
Probably.
Again?
1.
Nah.
Not as bad. Kills the taste.
I guess Randy's Thea now.
You're not allowed to roll
Did you
anymore.
fucking
You rolled a one again.
son of a
Stop.
bitch.
Just stop.
Trying to get
Bug
you.
flying in
The
there.
dungeon master is paying me for every one I roll.
How much
Ah.
are you getting? I'll pay you double.
He's paying him an XP.
Pay them under the counter favors. You gonna give them double?
On this day, everyone roll
Two.
charisma checks on a 20.
Really? Really? Oh, I made it!
On the dot.
Made it by 12.
Wait, check is low. Save
Check is low. Yes.
No.
Okay.
You want lower than your charisma.
You
Or equal to it.
Hey,
Really?
What'd you guys
Yes.
roll?
15, 17.
I rolled 20.
Oh, critical
Third
fail.
charisma
Nice.
check with the bard.
No way.
You are like the ugliest bard.
I don't need
Right,
to
right,
all right?
You also have a donkey that matters. Or mule, donkey,
I made mine.
mule, donkey. Which one was it?
That's a mule.
Your donkey
Bam.
falters. You need to. Do you have land-based riding?
Wow.
Roll the 30.
Oh, I got Sabrina's too.
26.
You do.
Okay. You are thrown from the
Ladies and
saddle.
gentlemen.
You tumble.
Those are his numbers.
Addie, you hear the wail of an animal in great pain.
All right, Ford.
You take 1 point of damage as you fall face first in the mud.
We
Nipple.
stop
No.
because something's going on.
Too low?
Too low.
We bunch up.
It's too high.
No, I
Sit
figure out
up
what's
straight.
going on.
No, you have to stand up. It's right there.
No. Dude, should you be standing up?
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah, like
Flopping out on
Really,
the table.
man?
Why don't
Don't
you?
let it land on the cupcake.
I say let it land on the cupcake. Keeps it off my table.
yeah, Sabrina will lick the icing off it.
He already licked all the icing off the cupcake.
Really?
There's some
There's
different
just
type
cake.
of icing now.
Is that what she's calling it now? Your cupcake?
Oh my god.
Explains what that hair is for.
Oh
God,
my
God,
God.
is it cute?
Ariana
Did you look at my
put
weight?
out a song, and in the song she said something about "I like the way you lick the bowl," and apparently nobody knew what it meant, and it's
Yeah.
code for a thing. And
What
then
thing? I don't
everybody
understand.
lost
Explain
their
it in
fucking mind. Oh, have you ever heard of this thing called?
Cut and linguist? Yes, we have.
Please,
Do you
you
think
guys
that
are the ones that
lesbians call each
invented
other
it.
cunnilinguists?
No.
I think that
I think
should.
that would be awesome.
Right?
Yeah, you get shirts with an arrow. We are,
No, just
what
like
is it? Cunnilinguists?
cunnilinguists. Yeah.
We speak
You
penis.
just put it in your
I'm with Leslie. Okay.
I'm
No.
with Lumberdyke.
What do you guys do now about this situation?
Still
All right,
playing
Howard.
with Laser Dot. You must be bored with this game.
I checked on the mule.
I see the
I'm
mule.
feeling
and
better.
You
I-
pick yourself up out of the mud, and you can see that the whole front of you is like,
What
I
happened?
mean,
Something happened with the mule.
Daddy up here yet?
Yes.
Look, the cat's playing with this toy.
Something happened to the mule.
I look over the mule.
okay.
Do I notice anything right away?
I don't know. What do either of you have something that would give you insight into what could be wrong with this animal?
Is it still standing?
No.
Oh, it's like. Can I ask? Is it laying on its side?
No.
It's just like a dog would
Yep.
like lay straight up.
I got empathy with animals, but that's it.
Same.
Okay.
Let me check all my stuff that I have.
I know I don't have the ability anymore, but I was also trained. I had the veterinary skills.
You did.
I mean,
Used to.
I can't heal anymore. I mean, would I kind of have an idea? Like, maybe it's this. I mean, that I can't fix. You know, I don't know. That's why I'm asking.
You can roll a non-proficient.
I mean,
roll
I
if
have
you
like, if I had fucking little bugs, man. Where are they coming
And just
from?
attract
On the 30, right? What am I rolling against? I don't remember what it was. I just 17.
Okay.
Might be good enough.
Yeah, you can't tell. You look it over and you're like, yeah, I can't tell. That thing's hurt. That's what you know.
Let's see what this thing does.
So you guys
I'm
start
checking
looking
myself.
around and you don't see anybody or anything that could have caused this.
No blood in the mud.
No apparent weapon damage or
Can you speak with the animals? You're a druid.
Oh, animal lore. I have animal lore.
what is animal lore?
Proficiency enables a character to observe the actions or habitat of an animal and interpret what is going on. Actions can show how dangerous the creature is, whether it's hungry, protecting young, defending a den. Furthermore, observe signs and behaviors that can indicate the location of waterhole, herd, predator, and any damage.
Sounds like a stretch.
Stealth check means the character understands the basic actions of creature.
Okay. I wouldn't tend to think that would
value.
help you in your deduction of what
Yeah.
caused the apparent
Can
injury.
you speak with animals? Ask what's wrong.
And I. Yep, I cast communicate with animals. Open high, allow me to speak with this animal so I may interpret what is going on. level 2 spell. I forget what page is that.
I got it. Okay. You cast the spell. As far as you know, it seems to go off.
Hello, friend. What is going on?
Roll me a charisma check with advantage.
Thank you.
I rolled a 9 the first time and an 18 the second time.
Okay.
First time I succeeded.
My leg hurts!
What?
Hey, bad!
Which leg?
Lemon!
I look at the leg.
Oh!
Do I see something specifically wrong?
Yes, it's got something in its hoof. Don't touch it!
I'm on it.
No!
I need help.
He pulls the thorn out.
I have to pull it out.
No!
I'll make it feel better.
What the fuck is going on?
Uh,
Now, are you speaking in normal tongue? And
No,
then we
no, I'm
So you're hee-hawing back and forth.
We're just gonna-
What the fuck is it? Yeah, there are a couple jackasses. Huh?
It's true. It's true.
I don't think you needed the spell.
Do I? If I started up a new spell, does this one get canceled?
No.
Okay.
In 5th edition it might, but this is 2nd edition.
Okay.
There's a duration,
Okay, so it ends when the duration stops.
correct?
Then I cast Calm Animal.
Okay.
So. It's delicious.
Calm animals.
Give it those weird candies or
You
whatever.
gotta do like that.
Okay.
You have to lift them.
Oh yes, that's Sabrina's bra.
It's not a key one, I'm pissed.
And
It's like
it
$76
just
fucking
changes
dollars.
the attitude
Mine's
slightly.
blue
Okay.
with black lace.
So you hear him,
That's
he's
new.
like,
Like little
and then he's like, ow!
It'll be okay.
Mine's blue with black lace.
Man, that really hurt.
I'm jealous.
They were on the tour. They
I
were
need to
buy
pull out the thorn
one.
first,
If
and
I
then
three,
I
you
can
got
make it
40%
feel a
off all of
lot better.
Shit.
Okay.
So I bought 3.
So I'm kind of like soothing him as I
I'm scared.
Seriously, like,
don't
I went to
worry,
Ian's.
everything will be fine.
Look at what
I
it did.
continuously soothe him as I go to pluck out the thorn.
Okay.
$76 fucking dollars later.
Pluck it out.
And he's like,
I think they sized me wrong.
wow, that's way better.
That's very common.
It is, but not a fucking mastectomy.
Are you
center.
still
Like, they
feeling
should
kind of
know.
bad? Does it hurt? Is it still a little bit
They're
sore?
wrong shop at mastectomy center. When they
I don't know.
fucking put me a double G.
Let me get up. Let me see it.
If F
Get up
goes,
and
I'm like
start.
an F.
I'm all right.
What?
Okay. I will check in on Lee
No,
later on today.
Yeah.
Are you good to keep going?
Oh yeah.
It's like
I'm great.
Yeah.
Well, I thank you for all you do for us.
Damn.
Well, I thank you for all you do for me.
Not a problem.
And you just start.
I don't.
Yeah.
I kind of like to just go and stand
I had to
somewhere
go
for a
to
while.
One of my friends who has like.
Later on tonight, we can do that. We have a little bit more traveling we have to do first. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Thank you.
Hey, can you reach under that thing on my back?
You got an itch?
Yeah. And it gets a big old boner.
What the fuck?
What did you do?
Oh my god.
And it goes,
You're rubbing it
okay,
all over.
I'm good. Thanks.
And I end it.
Okay. Now your animal is just standing
Had
there
an
doing
itch.
nothing.
You gonna finish it off?
It had an itch.
Right.
It had an itch. Oh my god.
Is it better?
Yes, he had a thorn. I got.
You mean he fell for a thorn?
He
How'd you like if I shoved
So-
a thorn into your foot?
so he shoved a
Would you?
thorn in his foot for you to make him hard? I don't get it.
He stepped on a thorn. I took it out. Then he asked me to scratch an itch. So I reached under
Right.
his saddle and
So
scratched.
Yeah, that's what we all seen.
He's a druid. He's a weird druid.
You're right. Never
I
mind.
did
All
not
the
do that
druids I
stuff
met,
with
they
animals.
were so weird.
I do not do that stuff with animals.
That's not what
What
the
does
cat
Luna
said.
say about that?
Yeah, is Luna jealous?
Yeah.
You can't.
You don't know what I can't do.
You can talk with You can talk with the animals.
You don't know what I can and can't do.
Well, guys, let's keep going.
Let's keep going.
He says you need to carry him. By the way.
Yeah.
Bunch of children.
Get on that beef jerky before we get hungry.
So you carry on.
Right. Ass.
Are you sucking on my bottle cap?
Roll a d12.
I had it in my groin. Jeez.
Ooh.
Where the seasoning came from?
Oh my gosh! Yes.
It was a tip protection. The reservoir tip.
Alrighty. Nothing happens overnight. You keep
Yeah.
going the next day.
Nerd.
Roll
Yep.
another d12.
I pray and you lost.
Okay, on this day, as you're going south, several more small fishing villages you pass by and through. You see people wearing these long, almost, they almost look like dresses, even the men. A weird kind of dress that you're not used to or haven't seen. And they're wearing these wraps on their head that are not quite turbans, but something similar. And they appear to be fashioning their fishing nets and getting ready to plant their fields. Very busy time in these people's lives. And another group of soldiers passes by as well, this time bearing the standard of the domain of Greyhawk, with the bird with wings spread.
We'll get out of their way too.
Yep.
The road's still mucky.
Yes, it is.
Okay, we continue that one.
Yep.
Two.
Again?
11.
One
When
more.
we get to Greyhawk, I mean, Gomenit.
10.
We should run everything's okay there. Go to stables and dump our stuff, and then I want to meet this guy.
Quick question: are we gonna go to that castle place again? That was weird. Remember the pirate stronghold?
Yeah.
Are we gonna go to that again? I really
Not that
don't
I
want to.
know of. I wasn't planning on it.
Great.
Pirate Stronghold.
Long story.
It was a pain in the ass last time. I don't
We're
know.
not going over there, so.
Great. That place was weird.
Okay. So,
We don't know.
on the morning of flock time 4,
Block time? Is that
What?
you said?
Rubber and planting.
Did I hear you correct? Block
there's
time?
only 28 days in a month.
Oh, okay.
Block time.
Block time.
It's block time. Hey, fuck you. Ha ha ha. It's block time.
The temperature has gotten considerably warmer
Good.
to now to the point where
Long ass
if you
fuck.
have a coat on,
You sweat.
you don't want to wear it all day.
Take my heavy cloak off and run over the back of the
Let's
house.
switch over to my ABBA.
I just fucking take it off.
It's like, yeah!
Woo! I just take out my phone.
That's exactly
You're honest about it. All right.
As you start approaching city of Gomenit, you start to see people with their hand out, beggars.
Aluna, take the lead. Going into the town with you. You know exactly where we're
She's
going.
like,
And you see a sign that says Gomenit.
Yay, Dennis.
The Gomenit Red Sox must play here.
Not water.
It's distressing.
Does anyone give the beggars anything, or do you just ride on by?
Right on by.
Oh, bye.
How many beggars are there?
20?
I pull out. I hand each a gold.
And each of them a gold coin?
Yes.
Okay. They seem appreciative before they back off, and so no one else can take it from them.
Later on, there'll be one homeless guy with a whole bunch of
And 19 dead homeless.
This is how you
Stack
create
like firewood.
space. You give each something amazing, and one of them rules it all.
You can see from the road that is going south, that's going to go into the town, that there is large stone walls that extend out into the water.
Yep.
Covering. You realize you're not in Gomenit. This is Gomenit.
I'm a huge recipe.
This is the town before the town.
Oh, if you have a sore throat, I have mints. Do you want mints?
No, I got all kinds of crap.
Okay.
They got me.
We're not quite there yet.
Most people to
This-
Okay.
This is
How many more
Gomenit.
days?
This is Gomenit.
How
The
what's the
city
distance
before the
between?
city.
Well, what's the distance? Another day? 2 days?
Day. Yes. Something like that. That's not much further.
You're just gonna unbutton.
Okay.
We're almost there.
Do you want to go into this large port city, or do you want to bypass it?
What time of day is it?
It's not even
Let's go past.
2 hours into the day yet.
Let's go past.
Yeah, probably should. Is there anything that we need here? I mean,
No.
we still good on grain?
I don't know, are you? You've been traveling 6 days, and if I remember right, you had like 7 days worth.
Yeah, we gotta stop and get more.
Well, let's at the very least find out how many more days it is to Gomenit. If we need to resupply, let's do it here while we pass.
Okay.
Pass through town in the middle of the day so that you'd be
In
open,
fact,
right?
any of your rations you had, that's been 7 more days that's
Yeah.
gone by, and
We need to
all kinds
resupply.
of things might need to be repaired from
Yeah.
a journey.
Is
Stay
there
here.
guards at the walls of the city?
There are.
I stop at are gates open?
They are.
I stop at the gates. I take
There
back
appears
the
to be a
front.
lot of people going in and out, so
We double up at this point.
if
We're not bad roads anymore.
you can stop off to the side, and if you want to try to get someone's attention, you can, but they look like they're busy at the gates.
I try to get the attention of one of the guards. I
Okay.
would hope they were looking at us coming in anyway.
There's a lot of people going in and out.
Oh, okay. All right. Excuse me, good sir.
Who are you asking?
A guard.
Okay, you'd have to go into the crowd to get up to the gate.
So we can't just ride in. It's blocked by. Is the crowd moving at least?
It is both ways.
We get in line.
Okay, perfectly fine. So you're in line, and
I'm watching for anybody getting too close, and my point is not anywhere
the
near.
day starts to
It's a slow line.
go on. Yes, there's a lot of people here.
Very slow line.
Like, give me an idea of how many people are in this line. I didn't picture it to be that big.
Hundreds.
Oh, so
Oh
it's
shit!
enormous.
Yeah.
Is there a way around this? When we came up to the road to the town, was there a road going around it?
Yeah.
Let's go around it. I didn't realize there was that hundreds of people in line. I thought,
This is the way to get into town. If we want to get into town.
yeah, well, was there a southern gate? Might not be as busy. Well, why don't we ride around and see if we can find our gate?
Okay.
So we go around, try to find another gate, see if it's as
And
big.
when you go around to, you see there's a southern gate. It is even more busy.
Jesus Christ. Why is it so busy?
Port City.
You can also see several boats now have launched and are out in the bay, and bigger ones are leaving and going further off in the distance and disappearing over the horizon. Big boats carrying who knows what. And then you also notice one that has a standard of Hardby on it, and it seems like it's taking off and it's loaded with men doing all kinds of things. So there's something going on this spring.
Let's just get in this fucking line.
Okay.
All right, I would like all of you to roll observation checks.
I'm going
Nope.
definite fail.
Not
Negative.
a critical thing.
Not a critical fail, but
Go
definitely.
ahead and roll for Old Bomb.
Please don't make it.
5.
5. Okay.
Might be enough.
By the time that you reach, after hearing several arguments and people leaving and trying to get back into the line and people getting mad about that, it is like almost dinner time. You've been here all fucking day. You've had to
Guys,
eat.
I'm pretty
You've had to wait
hungry.
here to eat something. You've had to leave and go piss and shit off in the bushes or around the wall. You haven't noticed any creepy weirdos that have been coming too close, but they might have. You just didn't notice them. You can see the guards and other official people checking things as they come in and as they go out. Appears to be any manner of goods and services. Occasionally, you swear that someone got in behind you, but then somehow is through the gate, and you're like, how the fuck did that happen? But you just didn't see it. You didn't know how. Until finally, after sitting there all fucking day, you are at the gates.
I have a question. Is it just as bad coming out? Like line wise, is there like, or is it coming out quicker than going in?
Now that you're taking a look-see and you're up close, it appears like it's much easier to leave than to
Okay.
get in.
Well, at least that's positive.
And when you go up front, the guards stop you and they start to kind of walk up and down, and someone in an official-looking coat and glasses with a ledger and long hair and a pointy beard with a goatee and ruffles under his chin and got these puffy shirts, and he looks like he's been hard at it all day, but you know, this guy must be really good at it because he walks up and he says, "Hello, I am the inspector. Who is in charge here?"
I'm Hood.
He's looking at it.
I look at him.
No,
I'm the Hood. I'm in charge. We are on our way to Gomenit. We're passing through, hoping to resupply feed for our animals.
I see.
And I guess at this late day now, probably have to spend the night.
Very good. Do you have any kind of substance which you would like to declare as possibly against the realm and would therefore be taken to a safe house, only to return to you upon your leaving our great city?
I don't think.
Anyone? Know that penalty to disclose anything illegal, including contraband, magical items, or poison, will result in your punishment up to and including death by hanging. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Yep.
You suggest a decent end?
There are several decent inns within. It depends upon your price range and your proclivities. Gentlemen, did you find anything? And one of the guards comes up and he says, "We didn't see anything. They appear to be what they say." He says, "Very good. I'm getting tired. We will check in 2 more. Let them pass."
Thank you, sir. Have a good evening.
Move aside, and they kind of move along and escort you in, and then return. And now you have the city of Gomenit awaiting you. I think the last time you were here, you all might have seen a huge, gigantic wagon going through, and there was like a dog that ran off after some other dog, and something like that.
Did it dash off?
No, not quite. But you have the city to go where you will. There is a main, of course, like most cities, a main road that's
Let's go up the main and find a
Three,
decent looking end from the outside.
Yes.
3 widths of a normal road, and
And then we'll
many
stay one.
large buildings and warehouses as you get closer to the docks and the merchant district and the tailors and their an ale house on your left and an inn on your right, and who knows what temples might lay ahead to the sea god. So, where do you what type of place do you seek to go to?
One with a nice bar.
I assume we go through the lower part of town, middle part of town, upper part of town. Or, I mean, is it like the place, the people, everything looking a little nicer as we move into town? That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for when we get out of what looks like maybe the poor district and then the next step. I don't know.
Middle.
I see. Okay. Well,
you know how you can tell that, the seedier part of town versus.
there's certainly from where you're standing, which is just inside of the walls there. This appears to be fairly common descriptor. The businesses which have lodging on the second floor, line the main streets. As I said, there's an ale house on the left and an inn on the right, and then further in you would have to go exploring.
Yeah.
I asked someone in the street that seems to be walking with his lady.
Okay.
Gentlemen, sir, excuse me. We're looking for a good inn to stay at for the evening. Not one of the more seedier ones, but can you suggest one?
He looks at you and he says, "Just you?"
No, my group.
Ah, I see. Well, then you'll probably want to go to the Prancing Griffin. Not that in there, but go 2 streets down, make a right on Left Street.
What?
There you will see the sign of the Prancing Griffin.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Let's go that way, guys.
Enjoy your stay in Gomenit.
Okay.
And they move along.
We prance on that direction.
Okay. So you ride your horses
Yeah,
on
I'm
down
along
the
the
street,
right side.
make a
Left Street.
right on Left Street.
Yep.
And right there, as the guy said, is the sign of the Prancing Griffin.
Are the stables next to it?
Who, if any of you know what a griffin looks like,
Yes.
you would recognize it. Otherwise, you wouldn't recognize it.
Is there stables next to it?
You don't see any from the front.
There's somebody out front.
There's a hitching post, and there's people hanging out or outside enjoying beverages.
I pull up out front and gentlemen, is there a set of stables attached to this inn?
Yeah.
How do you get to them?
You would go in, and they would send somebody out to take them around back.
Good deal. I'll be right back.
Okay.
I get off. I go on in. I go up to the innkeep. Somebody looks like they're running the show in there.
You just go to secure lodging.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have several animals outside. Need to go in the stables. How do we get them in there?
I'll send my boys out there, and they'll take them around for you. You have a groomsman of your own?
No.
How many animals?
7.
We've had an issue here lately with thieves, so we don't allow people to take their own animals in there. We do it ourselves.
Well, that's good.
If that's an issue.
No,
then-
that sounds good. We'll take off what we need, and then
Okay.
we'll need lodge as well. So I'll be
He
back
says,
in. a second.
Rufus, get up, your lazy ass, get over here. This kid comes over in buck teeth and is like, "What is it, boss? Follow this
These
gentleman
are good.
outside. Make sure you take something so you can count up the horses, and you'll take you and you go get your brother and you take him around." I got it. So he grabs a thing from off the bar and goes out the front with you, and he's like, how many horses here? 7?
It's this one mule and these 6 horses.
Very good. What's your name?
The Hood.
How you spell that?
The Hood.
Thahud.
Very good.
Okay.
Very good.
And looks like we got 5 horses and 2 mules.
6 horses, 1 mule.
Oh, that's a mule, huh? Wow. Okay. Writes that down. Okay, Stabling, you want you want them all taken care of, or
Yes. We'll be here overnight.
okay? So it's 6 silvers per animal. That includes brush down, food, water, checking their hooves, all that stuff. You know, I'm sure if you've been traveling,
Yeah.
you know. And then I'm going to give you this. That's the, your receipt. So I need 42 silver coins, please.
I give him 4 gold and 2 silver.
Thank you. And then he proceeds to him and his brother
Get
that show
the
up.
stuff you take into the room off the horse and give them the
Grab my
horse.
bag.
Yeah, my personal
Are they able to
ones.
take all 6, 7 animals at once? Or what's the
Somehow they both take 3 of them with no problem.
There's 7.
And then one's like, get the other one. So he grabs, he's got 4. And he's like, I got it.
Peter's third cousin goes, I got the last one.
That's a hog, not a mule. Okay. And then you guys get whatever it is that you want to take inside.
Yeah.
And
Our personal gear.
you go on in. And this place looks like an old West bar. It's got squared off, and it's got a bar on one side and a big open area with all kinds of round tables in the middle, and stairs that go up the back wall and up around to a balcony, and there's all the living quarters up there. So you
What do we
guys,
need to go do? Get rooms.
How
many rooms do we need?
See how many they hold. I mean,
so
How
the
many
rooms
beds are
the
there?
rooms are 6 silver coins a night.
How many beds per room?
2,
2.
unless you want the honeymooners.
3 and I did not.
I was gonna say it's gonna be really nice to share a room with you again.
It comes with a
instead of one
complimentary
boys.
hot bath.
Yeah, we'll get 1 honeymoon room and then.
Whale go.
4.
Wait, who's getting the honeymoon?
You and me.
Let's put 2 in a room.
So I need 2 rooms and then the honeymoon.
So each room is 6 silver coins, and then the honeymooners is 10 or gold coin.
Okay, I will pay them 2 gold and 2 silver.
All right, so you, Otto, take these ladies up there, show them the honeymoon. He's like,
Come on,
ladies, shut up.
Hey,
Can't you tell they're northerners?
Who did I miss?
So,
Oh,
Yeah,
you got.
can I take your bags, ma'am?
yeah.
Can I take your
We'll get
bags?
1 more room.
Yes, you may.
I only got
He picks it up. He's like,
yeah,
damn,
one,
what you got in
1,
here?
2,
Horseshoes?
1,
Yep.
2, but I don't want to.
Can I take your bags, ma'am?
Yes,
Ma'am?
please. Thank you.
Okay. Follow me.
Who's getting a room by themselves?
Whoever wants a room by themselves.
Who wants a room by themselves?
We'll have to get 1 more room then.
I don't think anybody cares.
No, we got.
Where's your husband, ma'am?
Yeah.
I don't have one.
I bought 2 regular rooms and 1.
Well, are you just going to take the honeymoon all by yourself?
No, I'm taking
You
it
know,
with
get
her.
room. You guys got the.
Oh, I
I
see.
guess the bard was by
That's-
himself.
That's great.
You got 2. So that'd be a 3rd room. We need a 3rd room.
Yeah, I need 1 more room.
Yeah, and we only have 1 blanket, so.
He's got money. Let him go buy one.
The bed's got blankets.
I'm
I'm sure it's big enough for the 2 of you.
Just saying. That's gold. We've been
Oh,
making
my-
a lot of money lately. So you want a room by
you 2 are
yourself?
showing up to the
Okay.
honeymooners.
What's the other option?
And
Sleep outside.
Somebody else gets a room by themselves?
No, I'll take it. I'll take it by myself. I'll take it.
when you guys walk
Yeah.
into this honeymooners room, it's like you were not expecting this. This is like
Straight
way nicer than you would
heart-shaped
think.
bed.
It's got like these big windows
So we
that are
gotta
shuttered.
cuddle.
But if you were to
Also
go
for the
over,
hot bath.
and these shutters
Oh my
are
God,
weird
yes.
because when you touch them, they got a thing in the middle that like
Wait,
slides
is
and
that
you
one
can
bed
open them.
each, or do we have to
without
share
actually
one
opening
bed?
them.
I don't care.
And
I have
you
a
can
question
look.
for
It
you.
looks out over the bay, over the
Oh,
ocean.
it's fancy.
Yeah, and it's
Yeah,
looking
I know.
south, so it's like
This is worth it, honestly.
And on
There's,
the bed, there's a sock that says insert silver coin here.
There's,
It just starts-
there's 2 chamber pots and 2 pitchers with water and 2
I have a
washing
question
bowls.
for the top.
2 chests or 2 like lock checks at the edge of the bed for throwing your stuff, and it's even got a whatever that kind of closet is. It's not a closet, but it's like a case for your clothes. I don't know what that's called.
Wardrobe?
Yeah,
I
it's
can't
wardrobe.
do that.
No, no.
All right.
Oh, an armoire. Yeah. I mean, this place is
Oh,
way fancier
Armoire,
than
some of the
you would
words.
expect.
Aw, yeah.
And it also has its own fireplace.
Aw, yeah.
And that's weird.
We have our own fireplace.
Hell yeah, we're gonna curl up with that blanket.
Okay, so you ladies are set. Now, who else is doing what? You're
He has
getting.
a
You're
room
Me
in
and
by
Oldham
yourself?
and then these two. I'm not gonna-
Okay. All right.
What's in my room?
It's a regular.
Your room has an extra bed in it.
You
have
can
to
push
push
both
them
together.
Finally, his feet will be on something.
It's got a chamber pot,
He puts the two beds together so he
a
can
chair, and a small table. Kind of like the size of like a TV tray, but it's a table,
Okay.
tiny chair, candle, no
For
fireplace,
the chamber pot.
extra thick
Room you
blankets
go to all
because
the time.
they know it can get cold. Very much smaller window, and it does not look out over. It looks over the rest of the town. And from your window, you can see this huge tower with a round thing in it with these weird big pieces that you swear move. So it's like 12 different symbols on it. It's weird looking.
Damn.
24 times 8.5.
That's
is-
weird.
Now the DM will tell you it's a clock tower, but you don't know what that is. And then you two get the room that's similar to his, except for it looks out towards the way that you came in. So you see the gate and you see him shutting them for the evening because the clock tower makes this clang. And it's like,
Now you're
you can hear
terrified of the
them
big
closing
thing
the
that
big
you saw.
doors, the gates, and they slide these two huge bolts from either side and it's closed. Then you can see there's small doors on either side that the guards can go in and out of if they need. And then you start to see these people walking by, and every so often they light a lamp that line the streets. And then from below, you hear a raucous crowd that is apparently having a good time in the tap room. And you all also hear it from your rooms. And though you may be tired,
Sounds like fun.
that does sound like fun.
That
So the
sounds
question
like
would
an
be,
awesome.
do any of you wish to partake in some of the local nightlife, or do you just go to sleep?
I'll partake
Or
in something
you
else.
guys,
Yeah.
you haven't asked for your bath yet.
Yeah, let's get our bath on.
Yeah.
So they, it takes a while, but they eventually bring up enough hot water to fill the bathtub.
Do we each get a bath, or do we have
It
to
is a
share
single
this?
bathtub, and it's full of hot water.
I'll
For
take it
you,
at this
taking a
point.
bath, it's like, wow.
Holy shit! Yeah. Well, this will be my second one.
I don't know. I might rust.
Since
A
whenever.
bath in a room is a super
Yeah.
luxury that only the rich have.
Yeah.
All right, I climb in.
So it can certainly
Yeah,
fit both of you
okay.
ladies if you want, like
Oh, it is.
Xena and
We don't
whatever
care.
the other girl's name
You
is.
know, we don't care.
Yeah.
Hey,
Gabrielle, that's her name. So, and if you guys do anything weird, I don't want to know about it. So
Well,
I'm
they
gonna
find-
say
They
you
find the
don't.
cup.
As far as our story's
Yeah.
concerned, if neither one of you has exhibited those kind of
Come on.
things.
Yeah.
So there you
You're
go.
disgusting.
Oh, now if you DM me something privately, that's private. But
DM the DM.
as far as anything else,
Yeah.
anyone else knows, you guys went to sleep. Unless you're gonna stay
They
up.
found
and-
a
Are we
cup.
gonna
Nice
nightlife?
set.
I kind of want to
Okay,
nightlife.
so what about you guys?
I have a question.
Okay, well, let's go to him first.
I'm gonna go to the nightlife.
Okay,
Is that everything?
are you going to do anything before you go down there?
Oh, freshen up a bit as best
Best
I
you
can.
can. That's what the pitcher and the bowl are for.
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna find something.
They're gonna be like, "Wow, this guy doesn't
Okay.
smell like
How about
real
you?
horse shit."
First you have a
Yeah.
question. Okay. Now, you didn't say you muzzled the cat, but I'm gonna say would
Yeah,
I
when
wouldn't
it
let
came
it
in.
in without it.
The spell create water. What temperature is the water that gets created?
I'm guessing it doesn't say.
It says, well, the closest thing it says is that it is drinkable and clean, like it is just like rainwater.
Okay,
So I'm
then I will
assuming-
say it is
What
whatever. If you had a bucket of water outside, that's what temperature it is.
Okay, so basically, if it's a hot day, then it's gonna be hot water. Cold day, it's gonna be cold
I
water.
mean, obviously not boiling, but
Yeah. Alrighty, I was just wondering. And Sean,
Mhm.
How much is 204 gallons worth? And a completely unrelated question.
How much is 204 gallons worth? Is the question.
How much is 204 gallons of water?
It's
How
204
much?
gallons.
Can you be?
Like
How
what
much does
about
it
the
weigh?
size? No, what's like the size? Like the
Oh,
It's
What's
like
he's asking what the
1,600
volume
pounds.
is.
204 gallons of
I
water.
guess you could do-
Hey, wait. That's the water.
Yeah. Oh yeah. We have a water guy. How much is that?
It's 1,600 pounds. A gallon of water weighs over 8 pounds.
Okay. Can you describe it in terms of how much it takes
yeah.
to fill up a bathtub?
What temperature is the rain?
A bathtub would probably hold approximately 10 cubic feet of water.
Okay.
That's. No, maybe like,
I'm thinking of 40-gallon fish tanks. How many would that hold? Like 6 of them? So
I'm
200
thinking
gallons?
probably 8. So, yeah, volume-wise,
Rainwater
So-
is between 32 degrees and 80 degrees, depending on the weather around it.
Yeah.
So rainwater is going to be slightly cooler than the air currently is outside.
a bathtub would probably be about 40 gallons of water.
Okay. So about 5 bathtubs.
How many gallons you said?
204 gallons.
204?
Completely unrelated.
Picture this, okay? You know the barrels out of the can? They're
Yeah.
55 gallons.
Yeah.
One of those is about
Okay.
an old time bathtub that has the higher sides. So one of those barrels, so 55 gallons, picture that to be one bathtub, not a bathtub like Cobb's got, but a tall standalone like claw leg bathtub. That kind of what these are. They like half barrel type things. 55 gallons is
I'm going to say
is
these
a-
hold 100 gallons.
so
So 2 full.
yeah.
of those.
Oh, that's a big
That's
bathtub.
still a shitload of
So
water.
it's small jacuzzi.
Okay.
Officially, water weighs 8.34 pounds.
I remember at one point I wasn't.
My hot tub holds 500 gallons.
Okay. Where's your hot tub?
So what else are you doing?
Besides that, I pray and go to bed.
Okay. Okay, we'll go over to you.
I'm going to go downstairs and find something to eat.
Okay. You?
I'm gonna enjoy
After
my
your
hot
bath.
bath, and I'm gonna go down. I'm gonna put on one of my
Have sex
fancy
with
dresses
Thea,
that's now been laundered,
Oh yeah.
You're out in front of the fire.
And,
That's
go
so
downstairs.
music.
Okay.
Yeah.
and I
Yeah.
give my other dress that's been laundered to Thea.
Oh yay! Oh man. You have not seen either of it. Well, you
I've
might have seen her in a
you,
dress.
'cause what the time in the pit? Didn't you wear fancy?
Yeah, but I wasn't clean then. Now I'm clean with a clean dress.
We're both gonna be
Okay.
like, I don't know, 15 on the 20.
We're up there. We're up there.
15 out of 20.
All right. All right. And what about you?
We're easier
Grant?
on the eyes and we smell better
The
now.
hood is going to go downstairs and enjoy
do you
himself.
have, do you own
You do anything before you go downstairs?
Well, just take
Oh my God,
my
but I
junk,
have
my
fancy
winter gear off of
clothes.
the
I need
room,
you to.
and
But I
then
do have some fancy hair combs that we could
Head
do
downstairs.
our hair with.
look for a big enough
If
table
they
to
come.
get everybody.
God damn it. Oh, that doesn't belong to me anymore.
And what are you wearing?
Bombshell summer.
Bombshell summer.
No. Are you still? You have your hood on still?
Yes,
Okay.
It was $20 fucking.
but that's just part of my regular. It's like attached to my
I
side.
have
I
a
love
watch
it.
from Victoria's Secret called Victoria because it was my name.
I love it.
And there's a big bow on it.
Really?
Has a big bow, made me happy.
So I go down and look for
Hey
a big enough
Victoria,
table.
what's your secret?
Is there one? If there's not, I'll
That sounds good.
tell me.
Yes.
I grab one for everybody else if they're not right now. What did you do? Wipe it all over your shirt?
Or like that.
Yeah.
Right from your neck. You put it on heat sensitive plastics because then it aerates. See, look,
Yeah,
you
we can
can't
tell
breathe.
that.
I don't give a fuck. That smells good.
You don't need lunch, you're fine.
Okay. So when you everyone is finally downstairs, it's
Damn, you're right,
Which is-
Sean.
basically
Fuck no.
Kendall, Durant, and Peter. There are people that are having a good old time
You practice it for later.
drinking and
No.
having some
Just put it
soup.
on.
Well, did you see her? She was bouncing up and down in her chair.
Well, according to everybody, I'm gonna do a lot better than that.
Moving around, making waves. Eyes are water. It's in my eye.
And
You might want to look it off. I think it's icing.
Stop it.
No, it's probably from
It's a
before.
special icing.
It's black.
Black icing. It's from the
Wow.
shop.
That's you need to fix. We need to look into that, man. It's not supposed to be.
You two should like hook up for real. If you two hooked up, we wouldn't make money.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I thought you were a sex fiend, alcoholic, sexaholic. Something like that.
Alcoholic?
Yeah.
I mean,
okay,
Well,
so
you're not wrong. It's just not.
you guys are downstairs.
We
I
come
need,
down.
Yeah, that's fancy hair.
Thank you.
there is a peculiar instrument and someone playing it off in the corner.
is he with us or is he?
It's you, and you are downstairs
No,
first.
Okay, so I meant it's not him playing. It's what I
No.
meant. Okay.
And this person is playing, is sitting on a bench and using their fingers to bang on these squares, and this large square box has sounds coming out of it.
I get it.
So far, just like took 30 of it.
I took 6.
Or queer. Yeah, roll that next one. Look this way. Sounded like it went that way.
Go fishing.
Underneath here. That's right.
Oh, I got the fish. Awesome fish, Brian. Got my reward.
Did it bite?
These are the sounds that you hear coming from out of that strange instrument.
Ooh, I don't know what it is in character.
How big is this one? Look.
About 4 foot tall and probably 4 foot wide. It's kind of a square box.
I don't know how to.
And
I wish I did.
the guy doesn't seem to be getting that much attention. People seem to be talking amongst themselves. And occasionally somebody walks by and drops a coin into his little hat there on the top of it. And sometimes a waitress walks by and I'll set a drink down in front of him, which he nurses. This guy's got really long hair and kind of a gray beard. A little bit like John Hartford. And he's wearing this coat that goes past the chair that he's sitting on and touches the floor. So that's kind of weird looking.
Well, are there any seats available next to this odd-looking instrument?
Roll me a luck check. Roll 30. There's one 2 tables back. There appears to be a lot of people that are kind of hanging around and watching him, but
I go to one of those 2 tables and I take my seat.
watch him.
Watch it.
Okay. You notice that
Are we down yet?
his finger. No, you're not there yet.
Okay.
His fingers seem to be hitting and creating this melody.
It sounds like it got louder for some reason.
I asked him, it's 9 o'clock on Saturday. Ready for the concert to be here. So many baby of memories. I'm not really sure how it goes.
But it's sad, it's sweet, and I knew it complete when I wore a younger man's clothes.
Oh,
You guys order anything while you're sitting there? Drinks and food are ordered, and what they have available at this time of the night is the soup or stew. So you get that, and at about the time that you're being served, you notice these two beautiful ladies coming down the steps, wearing these dresses that some of you might have recognized, and some of you for the first time are seeing them all cleaned up and wearing these nice dresses.
We should just come dress up one time.
You notice that Thea, out of her riding clothes, has a very shapely look about her, a young, fresh face. You notice that Aluna is very petite and tiny, and she has accentuated her hair to either show or hide her elven features, whatever she chooses.
I'll have it show.
Me too.
And
Do you know Theo was a girl?
and do you guys go and join your friends?
Yeah.
These guys don't seem to have taken the time and care to clean up like you guys have. But you feel some eyes upon you, especially you, as you see a couple people pointing, and you know they're pointing at your ears.
I get up.
So you're
pull out a chair for Aluna. Lady,
Sit down.
I open it under her.
What am I, chocolate?
Yeah.
I sit down.
Put it under, and I sit between them.
You guys notice that Peter isn't here, and neither is Addie. But then, as you look around the inn, you see Peter over by this strange wooden contraption that seems to be making music. So
Crazy.
you've never heard or seen that before. And he seems very fascinated by this new sound instrument.
He walks over. Everybody's like, "How are you doing?"
Do you all have your bowls of soup and stew delivered to you with in a thing of bread, and you know that you're to eat the trencher after to sop up all the juice, and you guys being just back, you're like, oh,
Yeah, I'd order food.
we're having that bath and getting all relaxed. You got an appetite, and you order some food as well and drink.
I
And
want food.
I want soup.
these prices are 3 coppers per thing of ale and 3 coppers for the soup in the trencher.
Okay.
And as you look around the bar, you can tell that there's a lot of people
I got
smoking.
it for you.
A lot of
Thank you.
there's like several pipe smokers here. It's like an odd cluster of pipe smoking, but they're not like where you guys are. For some reason, you're like in the weird non-smoking section.
Thank God.
But everyone that's over on the left side where the piano is, where Peter is, they all seem to be
You see all the
smoking.
smoke, and then his head's like up here.
There's just like, dense fog of smoke and goes right past
Yeah.
the neck.
Every so often, you see somebody that's got like these loose, for lack of a term, puffy cigarettes. So
When a waitress comes back by, or if that's the thing they do, I'm gonna ask if they have honeymead.
well, yes, we do.
How much?
5 copper coins for a mug of the honeymead.
I hand her a silver and I ask her to bring one back for Aluna and I.
On top of the ale you've already
Yeah.
ordered?
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
So she looks at you guys and she goes, "Be careful, ladies. There's a lot of sharks in these waters." And she walks away. And all the men notice that as she walks
Yeah, you're
away,
gonna protect me.
this woman, she has something about her which is
She's a big ass.
intoxicating as well. Eventually, that guy quits playing. And a couple people clap, and then some other people turn back to what they were doing. And you clap for him, and he stands and he takes a bow.
Next on stage, we'd like to introduce
And then
Avenged Sevenfold.
he grabs his his hat that's on top of the piano, and starts to count the coins. So you put him in his pouch, and
Fine.
he walks over to the bar.
Fine.
I go and sit next to him and offer to buy him a drink.
Oh,
You should take us to the bar?
He was like, is he cute?
Is he cute?
Not what I said. I offered to buy him a
So
drink.
you move your way over there, and a couple people kind of go in front of you as they're heading outside.
He's like, "Is he cute?" He goes like this. He goes, ABB.
That's the next thing that comes up.
You sit down and you say what?
That was some very nice playing. I don't know what you were doing, but that was pretty cool. Can I get you a drink?
He turns and then quickly looks up and says, "Roll me a charisma check
The fuck are
He
you
says,
doing?
"Roll me a charisma."
with
He
advantage."
says, "Holy shit, you're really tall."
I passed.
I'll roll.
Well, yeah, roll again because you might get a 1. Yeah, he got a 3.
Yeah, I got a 3.
He says, like I said, this is an
Yeah.
older looking guy with the gray beard and
He goes,
You're pretty
the
cute.
long coat with the tails, and he
I
says,
like my men
"Thank you,
tall.
my dear boy."
Nope, never mind.
That's
No,
He's
I
like
still
that.
would like to hear what exactly were you playing?
I was playing my own creation of Ode to Caroline.
On what instrument, though?
What
That
instrument?
that box thing over there.
Oh, that? That is Paezano.
Paezano.
Yes. You have never heard of such a thing?
No, I'm
Where have you been?
What?
apparently living under a rock.
Well, I guess you don't mind the dark, dreary places, but I'd suggest you come into the light.
All right. Well,
What's your name?
my name is Peter, sir. And you?
Peter. My name is Franklin Butterfield. Pleasure to make your acquaintance. And he puts his hand out.
Pleasure.
Shakes your hand. He says, "So you like my playing, do you?
I do.
Well, what is it that you do that I may like?"
I am a bard, and I play the lute.
Well, I don't think it's fair that you saw me at my craft and I do not see you at yours.
Show me yours, I'll show you mine.
Shut the fuck up over there, you stupid whore!
All right.
Jeez.
Well, would you like me to perform on stage as you did, or
How comfortable are you performing?
I'm okay with it?
Gets up there, takes his shoe off, hugging him.
It must not be very comfortable being so tall that you can't breathe.
Oh no, it's just fine. The smoke's at my neck. I don't smell anything.
Stands up, twice the size of the guy.
Well, if you think you can fit up on that stage, I sure would like to hear it.
All right. I walk over to the barkeep, wait for him to finish talking, and say, "Hey, can I play on your stage?"
Roll me a charisma check at normal check.
Nope, you ugly.
Roll
20.
20.
Yeah, you have a coin, don't you?
I have a coin. I have a coin.
If you want to exchange it now, you
I'm
may.
exchanging it now.
Okay, pass it over.
Well, I don't.
Well, you
kept
made
it.
us made us turn them all in.
You didn't return it. I
Mine's right
asked you
here.
to leave it here. Okay.
Oh yeah. Find a coin laying on the counter.
All right. So let the record show he is exchanging his token for a free reroll.
He's gonna get another 20.
Free. If he gets another 20, watch him go to
I
19.
feel so bad.
Watch him go to 19.
Nice.
No! Why? You just cursed the dice. You really do realize the
Don't go
weather
anywhere.
just
Don't go
rolled
anywhere.
one.
Sit down. Watch your head.
You rolled
Watch
Chris.
your head.
Sit down.
You rolled a Chris.
Okay.
You do realize.
So he
for-
looks you
for
up and
weather,
down.
She rolls ones.
Oh, for anything I roll once.
And he says,
Except.
Nope.
That's what he wanted.
he says, "Hey, Franklin, I saw you talking to this joker. Is this your idea of a joke?" Franklin says, "Now see here, this is a fan, and he said he could play. He looks like a tall piece of shit. I didn't know they stacked shit that high." He says,
She's just, like,
Franklin
moving
says,
over as
now,
a-
Rolo. Give the boy a chance. And the guy says, okay, but if he sucks, Franklin, you're banned for a week. And Franklin says, I'll take that bet any day.
No.
Go get your flute, boy. Make me proud.
This is where you should have saved that.
Right. And the bartender's like,
You
I
played
can't wait to
what?
kick your sorry ass out of here, Franklin. You're only allowed in here because of my mama.
Did you bring it down with you or is it up in the room?
It's in my room, so I go and get my.
You go get it. And you
then
come back.
down.
He's so
So
excited,
meanwhile-
he takes 3 steps on the
Hello.
stairs.
Hey guys, I'm gonna play.
Goodbye.
Is he cute?
So a girl walks by,
She cute?
looks at the three of you, or the two of
Yeah.
you, at the
Lumberdyke
table,
ass if the girl's
and then
cute.
looks at the two ladies and goes, yeah, and then keeps walking.
She's just fucking jealous.
Well, see.
Roll me a charisma check.
Sean put himself in the middle, and we're sitting on either side of Sean.
Ah, I got a
Oh.
4.
Okay. She just turns around when you say that and goes, keeps going.
Hood is in the middle. It's you, Hood, and then me. So he's like in the middle.
Hold the drums up.
He's
Yeah.
surrounded by them bitches.
I like a different kind of pussy than Eddie.
Now, Eddie's not here, I don't think.
No, he is not.
Where'd you go? I didn't.
He's up
We
in the
just
room
stayed in
still.
his room.
I've been in my room the
Okay,
entire
no, that's
time.
fine. I didn't hear. All I heard was you kept commenting.
Okay. So
Yeah,
your
she got
guys'
on plane
food
Serena.
is
Yep.
brought back and the drinks,
Yeah.
and you proceed to partake of the food, and
Yeah.
it's pretty doggone tasty.
Hey, ladies, you're find the clothes that look nice. Manatees? There's a name for that. Eat a little slower. Get some on your dresses now. Yeah, it's not ordinary. You know, look at yourself.
They do
Lean
make-
in
they
to
pull
eat,
me
you don't
for
wanna
ten.
Dress.
Like they're in the military.
It's a little snug on you.
You're like a little bit more thick than me.
It's pretty tiny.
I
You
thought
have
all
to say
those
you
were
clean up
eggs.
So I'm
well.
like 97.
Oh, all over A. Or half elf. I guess half elf by your daughter.
Yeah. Yeah.
Are you on the phone?
He looks it, doesn't it?
I like how they're building.
No,
It's so
God,
sweet.
Jesus.
Yeah, well, anything else?
It's so. Where have you been keeping it?
On my hand.
Okay.
Tell me how many years that glow's been around your house.
Forever.
I don't even remember on it.
At least 25.
I'd say 10.
No, way back.
That's still at least 10.
I didn't have it in the trailer.
I thought you
Tell
did.
that. Okay.
In trailers when you only kept it in the bedroom.
Oh, yeah.
So you come back
Yeah.
down with your loot,
Yep, I sleep.
and when you walk down the steps,
The
the
hell kind of
bartender looks at you and goes,
Aw.
meanwhile, Franklin Butterfield's like,
Yeah.
I give them both a polite nod, and I
you head
walk
up to the
them
stage.
And he busts on his electric loop.
So you guys at the table notice that your friend Peter the Bard has taken the stage, and
Woo!
apparently somebody's happy to see you.
I take my left shoe off. I place it on the side of the stage. Like,
Okay, so when you do that, you notice
Fucking
Franklin's
right.
like, and then you see him take something to the bartender. The bartender just goes,
Yeah.
and then you proceed.
and I proceed.
better roll out.
So go ahead and roll me a musical check there.
And, oh, was I supposed to get that?
I don't know what it is.
What's the character?
Okay. And that's on a 20.
It is.
20. Pass.
By how much?
By
Okay.
one.
Now roll a
So you're
charisma check.
Don't
With
fuck this
advantage.
one up.
With advantage. Okay.
Roll again, roll again, roll again, roll again.
Don't let her blow on it.
Fucking bastard. I think you're dicing. You passed.
I passed
By 5.
by 5.
Okay. So,
What's it worth to you?
He's like, gotta get on my knees. Well, actually, you would have to get on his chest.
the bard starts playing. And some of the people kind of quiet down. And the only crackling you can hear besides the playing of the lute and the fireplace is sometimes mugs sit down. There's a few people talking off to the side. People start to watch, and you can see back at the bar, Franklin Butterfield kind of going like this, nodding his head, smiling, closing his eyes every so often, like an old man would. Bartender looks up and he's wiping, and he kind of looks up again. When you look out, he like looks down and walks to the other side, clean, and starts looking out over the crowd. He notices that people are watching. See him take his rag, throw it on the thing, and go back behind into the kitchen or wherever. And then you hear these footsteps as the door opens up, and in walks
The druid.
Damn.
2 town guards, and they scan the inn, and they seem to notice the only person in here with their hood up, and they walk in that direction, and they walk up to where it looks like between Ovam and Hendel, and they look and they say, "Good evening, folks."
We'll look up at him. Gentlemen.
Says, I had a report of some unsavory behavior. You mind taking your hood down?
I'll push it back.
Take your hood down. The one's like, no, that's not even close. Thank you.
Let it back up.
And they walk amongst the crowd, just looking and nodding to people, talking to some others
We got a real dead crowd.
before they leave. And so you play, and people come up and start throwing some coins in your shoe.
All right.
And eventually you finish
His
the
left
song.
shoe. I like how he just. My left.
And
My
It's
left
always
dominant shoe, so like, wait. It's not my dominant shoe, so
the
wait.
crowd says,
Now all they need to do is a duo.
Oh my god, it's gonna be some Devil and Georgia shit.
I'm a wizard of gold.
I'm super down for that.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you.
Wizard of gold.
Does it hit me this time?
I don't know.
How many squares away are you? Looks like I'm gonna guess 10.
11 or 12.
Okay. Roll. That hits an armor class of what? For your missile back on the left of your sheet.
11.
Okay. So a coin comes up and lands on the stage and bounces off the back wall, and looks like it could come from that general direction,
I
but they're not really sure.
look towards the hood. I nod thanks.
Roll 3d6.
They're all
Threes?
threes. They're all threes.
This one's first.
Hey,
And this-
would you like these?
No,
They're
yeah,
all
I got
3,
it.
6, 7.
5, 6, and 3.
14.
14.
You get 28 copper coins,
Plus 1 gold.
plus 1 gold. Aluna, roll me an observation check with advantage.
Nope. Nope.
Okay. Everyone else roll an observation check.
I'm saying
Normal
except the
chances,
dread.
except for, well, you got to be in the room. To,
Made it.
nope. Okay.
By
Oh,
2.
you were so
Oh, I
close.
was so close to making it.
All right.
No, dumbass made it.
Wait, I did?
Yeah.
Oh, I made it. Cool. I made it.
He
Okay,
rolled a
so
full
you
thing.
notice that one of the people that put some coins in your
Puts
shoe.
one in, takes two.
Exactly.
I walk up to whoever it was.
Okay, it's a dude that's sitting there with another dude, and they're wearing normal clothes.
When did it take 2 hours?
I walk up to
That's my
him
favorite line.
and I reach behind him and say, "Buddy, I think you have some of mine."
Roll a charisma
6
check.
feet away because we're not gay.
Tyler needs to be
I
7
pass.
feet.
By how many?
By
9.
9.
Oh, by 9. Okay. He's like, holy fuck, mister, yeah. And he gives you a copper coin.
Holy fuck, mister.
Are we good?
Golly gosh,
No, we're fine. Just,
Oh,
do
gee
that.
Williker.
Oh, jeez.
Okay. And then you notice that there's Peter. You notice that now you're hungry because you look over and you see your friends polishing off their food.
Well, is there a seat next to my friend?
No.
Yes.
Then I will go and sit with them and order food.
Okay. And you do like they did?
I'm gonna take a honey mead and a bowl of soup and bread, which adds up to 7.
It does.
No.
Or 8.
8.
8.
Okay.
Good playing tonight.
Did I notice anything
Yes.
in my observation?
Oh, yeah. You noticed the same thing, but then you handle it.
All right, cool.
Okay, you all are sitting there, and everything seems to be pretty nice, and food's great.
But the company's better.
That's up for you to decide.
Debatable.
Not bad. Did a good job tonight. Although this crowd looks kind of dead.
That does. That does.
It looks pretty undead.
I was dashing about it, wasn't I? Gee, you look rather dashing tonight.
I would like
No.
everyone at the table to roll a charisma check.
Pass
Yes.
by
Yes.
9.
I need to know if you pass and by how many.
Natural 1.
Okay, that's a critical success.
Pass by 7.
By 4.
Pass by 1.
Pass by 9.
So you by 9, you by 4?
7.
7. Oh, okay. So
We're the most like again.
No, he is.
A,
He
Fuck,
rolled a
I
1.
forgot he rolled a 1.
a man walks up to you and says, I need you to play something up tempo. My lady wants to dance, and her lady wants to dance with you.
Oh,
shit. No, don't do it. She's a grenade.
And then he says, and I want to dance with whoever you are.
Let's
All
get
right.
down.
Thea.
So you grab your loot and
I grab my loot, take off my shoe, head up to the stage.
This is my lady, Thea.
he bows and
Oh,
I
hard
take
beat.
off my
Yeah.
shoe.
he grabs her
I
hand
don't
and kisses
anything,
and he
so-
says,
Come on.
enchanted.
I just imagine it that he's
I'm
just
sure.
on
And you are, sir?
slips it off, starts walking around,
Says,
and walks up stage. with the
I'm
shoe off.
Leopold.
And there's the
Well
young
met,
lady.
Leopold.
This is my sister,
Get some, Thea.
Leandra.
Wait,
Nice to meet you.
So,
is he cute?
And then
the age-old question.
Fate.
did you ask me a question?
No, did you ask me a question?
Thea wants to know if he's cute.
Yeah, is he fucking cute?
Oh, roll 20.
Here we go.
Hey, Cobb, I'm putting
Such
the hood
an
down.
ugly
I
guy.
ain't made
What
that
the
down.
fuck is
If
my-
you roll a 1, please roll a 1.
Yeah, I
She
did.
did.
I'll still dance with him to be polite, but I'm not gonna.
Start drinking.
Let's just
Fucking
say
guys.
you play, right? And are
I
you trying to impress somebody, or you're just going to play a steady, quicker tempo?
would like to try to impress somebody.
Then you need to roll a proficiency check.
Okay, that's a 20.
Check low, say high.
Might as well
Just
roll
I don't
roll the number.
know it.
Yes.
Okay.
Well,
It's the only roll you're making.
Holy
Natural one.
shit!
Okay. So you start playing fast.
Man, I wish this guy was high.
Yeah, we got it.
Nah,
And
man.
None of you work in my department. That suck. Real soft right here.
Did you hear about that?
No.
We need to talk later.
Uh-oh. Run away.
It's something this old pervert said. He's fantastic.
I deal with the fuck one of those who piss me off.
Cobb.
No,
Don't piss
it's
her
not
off.
Cobb. No, there's this. I seriously had this guy come up to me. You know how when you open a freezer door, it fogs up, you can't see shit through it?
Yeah.
Cobb was on the other side of the door when this happened, so he didn't fucking see it. But this guy came up to me. Do you hear me touch his stomach? He seriously walks up to me. I don't even know what he said. He went like that. I was like, how the fuck can you ever think that's okay?
no, everybody starts playing.
I'm okay with that.
And then he goes up and says, "Oh, hi, Jim."
And suddenly you see Franklin Butterfield next to you.
Okay.
And the ugly man is a fantastic dancer.
I'm not, so I hope he's a good leader.
He takes the lead.
I agree.
He twists you about, and you find yourself as if you were walking on air.
I love this.
The man is tall and strong, and though his looks are of a monster, his core and his soul is of a being from another world.
Still not gonna sleep with him.
Wow.
Meanwhile,
What a bitch.
you
Looks are
dancing with your
everything
12
to me.
lady,
You know,
you
what's
have
on the
dancing
They're a
inside
big
that's-
deal.
It's what's on the
Roll
inside
30.
that counts.
And
That's
30,
Tyler's pants.
roll 30.
17.
You
Okay,
got him.
you don't do that great. So she just bends in and says, "Let me take the lead, boyo." And she starts to go around. You're just basically getting tossed around. And she's got this long hair that's flipping about. And now there's like a crowd. The people are clapping.
Oh, yeah.
Whoopah. And now you're like, zoop. She's doing this thing with her leg, and she picks up the part of her skirt and does this. The guy literally picks you up and spins you around, and the
Hell
crowd's
yeah.
like, oh! Franklin
I'm
Butterfield's
gonna-
up there, wipes the
I'm
sweat off his
gonna
brow,
milk
then
it,
looks
too.
out, and he's like, 1, 2, 3, hey!
I love ugly families. Except for that I'm all fucking
Stop.
this guy.
The crowd goes, yay! The man sets you back down gently, and you're almost out of breath, even though he did most of the work. And the same thing with you. You're a little dazed, and you're like, I don't know if I am standing
Thank
or
you for the
swimming or whatever.
experience.
And she bends over and she gives you a kiss on the cheek, and she says, "Thank you." And as she turns, she drops her handkerchief on the ground.
Oh.
I'll reach down and pick it up. And
Chase after her.
so she walked
did
away.
it into
She
the
she was.
You
Okay.
know it's about Slippy.
Do you catch up to her?
I'll catch up to her
Okay.
and say, "Man, you got this."
Oh, she says,
Oh.
Oh.
However, can I repay you?
"Thank you, dear sir.
DTF.
My stars.
I'm feeling a bit
Clutch
tipsy.
my
Would you
pearls.
help me to my room?"
Oh, yeah, she's DTF.
Oh shit.
Handle.
Sir, I'd be my pleasure to help you.
All right.
You see this weird guy.
So you
coming
guys
over you
disappear off screen.
off screen.
Meanwhile, the lady that you hadn't noticed until now, she walks up and she grabs the hold of the ugly man, and she's like, "You dance so divinely, my husband." And he says, "Well, I know that you're hurt, and this young lady was able to at least give me a moment of brief joy before we continue on." And she walks up to you and she puts her hands out on your shoulders and she says, "Thank you. We appreciate that."
I try to hug her.
And she kind of hugs you back, but she feels like her frail body underneath her
Yeah.
robe or underneath
I'm
her
not
dress.
gonna like strangle her.
I know, but
just a
it's like there's hardly anything under there.
Ooh.
little- I'm so sad.
And they kind of hobble off and
Go back, sit down.
go away. No, they go up the stairs.
I'm gonna follow
And
him.
he basically picks her up and carries her up the stairs, and she hangs on. And
Ladies,
she's
I'll
looking
be
very
I'll be
weak.
back shortly. And
Okay.
I follow him.
Okay.
Try to catch up to him when I get to that top. Excuse me.
He turns and he's holding his lady, and he says, "Yes."
I couldn't help but overhear you said something about she's hurt.
She is not well. Yes.
We have a healer with us. Would you mind if he looked her over? Perhaps he can be of some help.
Roll me a charisma check.
Yes, by 3.
He says, "We've had some of the finest healers take a look at her, and they could move nothing."
Were they touched by the gods?
No.
Why don't we let mine take a look?
Where is he? Or where is
I go.
the healer?
Well, I'm going. He's down the hall here in the room. Let me go see if he's up.
She says, "We are down this hallway, last room on the left.
Okay.
If he chooses, or if you think he can help, come back to this door." And he takes her down. And
I go down to Addie's room. For some reason, I want to keep calling Lucy. Addie's room.
Hello.
Addie.
I come to the door. Okay.
We're having a good time downstairs. Why aren't you with us?
I don't know. Just
Bard is playing great. The women look great. There's a man that just danced with Thea. His wife apparently is injured. I offered your services. Will you take a look at her?
I'd be happy to help.
Come with me. Leave a cap on.
That's kind of why I'm up here.
I understand. He's down. I take him down to that last door.
follow.
okay,
I knock on the door.
door opens.
I'm
And
not ducking for cover, am I?
no,
I'm dead walking into the room.
You're
I'm not in a different room,
you
right?
seem to be
Let's hope.
all alone.
Let's hope. What are you doing here, my daughter?
Okay, and when he opens the door, he sees who it is, and he looks you up and down. Roll a charisma check.
Succeeded by 7.
Thank God.
Okay, and
This is Addie.
Eddie, your friend here says that you're a healer.
I have my ways, yes.
You can see that he's got a sword out and a dagger in the other hand. He says, "This is just for my protection."
I understand, and that's fine. Whatever
Nice.
makes you comfortable. You'll lower
I've
the
been
sword
around
soon
worse.
enough.
I've been around worse.
Please take a look at her with your permission. I look at the lady with your permission too, my lady.
She's in the bed, not moving. So he says,
I'll stay over here with you, sir.
he says,
Let the man do his work. He's quite knowledgeable in the areas of healing.
"Is he needed here?"
I'd recommend him stay.
"I don't like it. The odds being out of my favor. You can stay."
I'll tell you what. I'll stand outside the door. That's all right with you.
That is exactly all right with me.
I stand outside the door.
Okay, he closes his door from the inside. He bars it shut. And then he kind of puts the swords down. And
So I
says,
listen to make sure there's nothing
"She's
up there.
she hasn't been well for several months. Lost her appetite.
Have
Can't
other
keep
people
any
looked
food
at-
down.
have
Very
other people
little."
looked at her?
Yes.
What have they said anything?
They say she has the wasting, that it's inevitable that she will die. Kind of been making our last journey with our family holdings to put her to rest.
Do you mind if I look at her?
Go ahead.
I go over and the first thing I
He
want to do
sheathes
is
his sword but keeps his dagger out.
yeah. The first thing I do is a healing check to try and
Okay.
determine what's going on. I'm successful by 5.
Your guess is she has some kind of digestive disorder which does not allow her to get enough nourishment by either keeping it down or something's passing through without helping her.
Okay. What are some else is there besides that?
Meanwhile, you guys are downstairs, and you've finished your meals, and looks like it's just two ladies there at the table and no bomb.
No, Peter's shouldn't be back. He's not playing.
I don't know. Did he come back?
Yeah, you do whatever it is you want to do.
Did I make any money?
Oh yeah. Roll me another charisma check.
Did not make any money from that.
With
great
advantage.
That's
performance.
awesome performance. With advantage.
12 is his best, so by 3.
Yep, pass by 3.
Okay. Roll 2d6.
Let's see. I made it by like 348, Cobb.
Or
That time was just 4 coppers.
Aw.
You
What?
look over and you see
Everybody
the
else
hood's not
has
there.
There goes Michael.
Apparently the big spenders have left already. Franklin Butterfield waddles over to the table and he says, "Is there a chair here for me?"
by all means, sir.
He pulls up a chair and sits down. He says, "That was a mighty fine playing.
Well, thank you. I didn't know you were versed in 2 instruments.
I am versed in every instrument.
Really?
I'm so old, I am versed in baby carriage.
You know who this guy is?
Yeah, I was just gonna say is my name's also Percy.
By the time music was invented,
Possible your
I slapped the teacher.
God, I wish. Just all of a sudden.
All right then.
Whenever I write music, I write it in the language even Procan can't understand.
Mm.
Well,
You know I'm just Josh.
oh, of course.
I'm old and I can play a lot, but I don't know everything. No true musician does. Otherwise, there'd be nothing new.
Right.
And look at you, big, tall, whatever. You played your damn ass off.
Big tall drink of water.
Okay, I got a couple.
Looks like some of your friends deserted you. You dropped them
no.
off? A little
No,
sick
no.
of you playing?
No. I think they got lucky tonight.
We'll see how lucky they get.
Well,
Babies and
only
big
time will
places.
tell.
And who are these two fine young ladies right here?
Well, it's got Tia blush.
Well,
Yes,
this is Thea. This is Aluna.
Thea, you're quite a dancer.
Thank you.
She really is blush.
And I swear,
I'm
you're
just gonna.
as pretty as a freshly baked peach pie.
Aw, yeah.
And you,
You
Did
can
you
turn
say-
your cheeks on and off. But
Aluna?
Yeah.
Is that some elven blood I see in you?
It is.
Wow. One of the fair folk at my table.
I just kind of subtly like.
Oh, well, that explains
Start playing
it.
with your hair.
Yeah.
Are you two related?
No.
No?
Hair flip.
Just two
You should have been.
two of the half folk just happen to be together. Well, that makes for one whole good time. He says, and he says, would anyone else like another drink? It's on me.
Yeah.
Maisie! Maisie! You drinking, Peter?
Sure, I'll have one.
Yeah, I'll have one.
What about you over there? Oh, Mom's like,
No, I'm just like, what the fuck is going on?
4 whiskeys
Oh
and
shit.
make them a
It's
double.
got real.
So she's like, you got it. She
Oh,
comes
you're
over, she
weird.
says, one for you, one for you, one for you. She winks.
Ah,
And one for you, big man. He says, thank you, Maisie. You know I love you. And he says, I'd like to make a toast to the new music man, to the beautiful blonde, and the super hot brunette. May your elven blood boil tonight Let it be so. And drink. Cling. You all
Chug
drink
a
up.
drink.
And it's strong.
It's gonna get weird. Aluna and I can't look each other in the eye.
Now. Who here likes dirty jokes? And he proceeds to tell several off-color dirty jokes that
Tell me more.
make the
tell
men
me
laugh
more.
and the ladies blush. Meanwhile, up in the room,
What's name?
roll your hear noise.
Here against the crack of the door. Yeah, 30, so don't have your noise.
Percent. Or a 20.
Never mind.
Either way.
No,
Any chance either way?
The worst time to look at you.
I'm sorry.
Roll 13.
Okay, nah, just can't quite hear
Seems fine.
through
I'm
the
not your
door.
boss anymore. So it's
I
not
still
weird.
is true.
attempt to.
Okay.
I figure if something gets loud and there's a problem out here, so I keep looking.
I can't look at you at work and laugh.
What?
Well, so I
I
can't work
begin to
anymore. I
cast
can't go to work and look at you and laugh anymore. 'cause
I mean, that's fine.
I don't do that often, except for when you're hiding up front.
He has since sat at the edge of the bed and holding his wife's hand while you're doing whatever.
Okay.
I picked up a
I
shift to work tomorrow.
You're up.
Normally I am, but since I haven't been working, I'm
oh,
working 8 to 5.
I'm gonna start
51 hours.
with
I'll still be
Horizon.
there.
No, I was just wondering. That makes sense. Not back. How old is it?
152.
I got it.
Okay.
Oh, I don't work
And
until 10:30.
the first one I'm
I'll go send
going
it to your
to
lawsuit.
Oh, good.
is
Several minutes out of work.
Okay.
Better than the original. Sell one for.
No.
So what do you do or say?
They just the lawyers decide that might be the
Yeah.
Open High.
That's still something. Though.
Yeah, it's still something. I'll be more than enough to
Relieve
get stuff for our house
the
ready. And we
nauseous
should get
feeling
the
from
fines
this,
next week,
lady.
but then of course there'll be a hold.
and I cast Alleviate.
Okay, she visibly relaxes, but she does not open her eyes. Her breathing smooths out.
The next one I do is going to be a Cure Light.
I mean, it's probably local, basically.
Yeah.
Well, who's paying the insurance company? No.
The
Okay.
insurance-
Open
the
high.
insurance goes to
Expel
our lawyer. They go into the lawyer's system, and the lawyer cuts us a check.
Well, that'll be local.
That's what I told him that we probably should do. Is just
Expel the injury.
cash it, turn it into a cashier's check.
Expel the injury from this woman's
And
body.
then the cashier's check, and put it in our bank, and then there's
And
no.
I cast Cure Light.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Roll a d8.
Yeah, but we don't want to
If I
watch
make
that.
the suggestion. Does he know that I put
Six.
the D&D?
Okay.
Well, thank you.
You notice no change.
Oh, yeah, fine.
So. No, it's not with me,
You
so
feel as though the magic did what it was supposed to do, but
It's not
you
quite-
can also sense
I'm
that
assuming.
there weren't any
But
wounds.
we're gonna use the
Yeah.
money, so she can get a car. And the rest of it.
No, I meant the other one. You're
Oh,
thinking of the
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, that's gonna be good.
Thank you.
Buy some stuff that we want to buy.
And after a minute
Oh
or
my
so,
God.
he starts to be like, oh, and you can tell that the alleviate has worn off.
What car?
It's out, but it's not in the driveway.
You need to start my Jeep.
You left the lights on.
No, it's like in the street.
Oh, just look at it. Stopped at the mailbox.
I mean, it's not a cop's mailbox. House mailbox.
Right
is
where
over there.
Cop's mailbox is.
Okay.
No, it's over there. On the other side of the driveway.
No Cop's mailbox on this side.
Okay, but that's not where the driveway is.
That was right down there.
I'm looking. There's like a car length between this guy and the driveway.
Okay.
248.
Because he's he does he like says things I know are true, and I'm just like, okay.
It's like sliding.
And I'm just like, yeah, sure. Well, because
They don't have a ton of their pictures.
That's the.
Why?
That's the
Why?
back way.
Why?
No, it's the
Why?
front.
Oh, that's front.
And I know
Front
why.
crest?
It's because
Is it-
It's it's a corner lot, so there's a ton of grass
So
on
he
the
doesn't
side,
like
and then a big driveway.
So
That's
from my
Yeah. We have a big driveway.
I mean-
check, Okay. Take that back. He said that it was
That's a three-bedroom.
I see
the.
It's like a master bedroom. And
You gave the thing up.
All right.
the backyard has a big,
No, you gotta say it now.
it's in good shape.
The
window?
You have to dash your back.
Want to show pictures of that?
Next time we go, I'll take you.
Oh, okay. Is there,
Still, as soon as I go back there,
Yeah,
is somebody parked up in that spot
Yeah.
up there?
Wait,
yes.
In the yard?
in the yard.
It is. It is. Why?
Oh, okay. Because the guy that's renting the room is looking for a place to park.
Oh,
Oh.
I know you had.
I guess,
So see the guys?
just go ahead and park in the street. We're gonna be done around 9, so,
Eddie. Sort of an old.
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't know who the other person is.
all right. Very
I
good.
don't know.
Okay.
So you got your second runner. I know you had your second runner.
Yes.
So you went from
Is it
renting
the
to renting
clown?
again?
The circus
One at
clown?
a time.
Circus time.
Yeah.
What you have
So you
seniority?
went from renting to not renting again? Or from
Not
not renting
renting
to
to
renting?
yes.
Is
Running
it?
to not running to running.
Is
Yes,
it?
that's the clown.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, that's
You
right. You
dressed
said
like a
clown.
He used to be a circus clown.
Easy.
That's what I said.
What does he do now?
I don't know. Is he retired?
Jefferson County Police Officer.
No, he works in an assisted
I thought he worked for the clown
living
animal.
facility.
Gotcha. Okay.
Cool.
Okay, so you're up in the room still.
Does the name the wasting, does that like ring any bells? from,
That's
like,
it. Oh,
Yeah.
yes, you know that that's something that your magic can't cure.
Do I kind of know more about it, or is there like specifics that I know about it that could help?
You know that you haven't discovered a way to heal it because you haven't found the correct way to treat it. No one has. You know that it cannot be cured by divine magic. That's what you know. And you know that it's a thing.
Yeah, that just happens.
That's our house.
Roll me your healing check again.
Yeah, they're paying closing.
What?
They're gonna play closing.
Succeed by 4.
I do know when you're
Okay.
home warranty on it. but mine-
There's a theory that you remember hearing about this,
We have
that
to pay
wasting
3% down.
is something
We get
similar
down
to what
payment
happens
assistance
when
from their income.
people have lived a long time,
$100 of it.
and at that point you can't cure them to heal them because they're just out of life.
Oh, pretty excited.
And the people in the healing community think it's similar to that, though it can strike at any age.
It's not that size.
Has the same
1,400
symptoms
square
as
feet.
someone who has reached the end of their natural
okay.
life.
And it's new. Like, it was bought
So
in 2015. It was like a HUD.
you also know that you can break the bad news to this dude, or you can just be like, however you want to handle it.
And she appears to be like resting, I'm assuming.
As best you can.
Okay. I stand up and pull him to the side. So, I have heard about. Do you know about this disease that you described called the wasting? Do you know what about it?
I mean, I only know what I've been told.
And what,
I'm no medicine man.
what have you been told about it?
That it's fatal, and that you better enjoy what time you have left.
From what I can do is get rid of some of the discomfort. That
He
comes along
looks
with
at you and he says, his face softens into one of like understanding. And he says,
it. Or
you don't have to say any more, young man.
I'm,
I thank you for trying.
I'm deeply sorry.
We're going to rest.
She will be in my prayers.
May whatever gods you pray to get you to greener pastures. And he walks over to the door and opens it.
I curtsy and I said,
I'm looking like with.
you see I'm kind of sullen in the face. You said you prayed to Procan, correct?
Among others.
among others. Well, I hope that my deity, I pray to Obenheim. I will make sure to keep her in my prayers.
Thank you. And he starts to reach into a pouch.
I don't need anything.
He looks you up and down. Roll me a charisma check.
By one, I missed.
Okay. He reaches into his pouch and he pulls forth one gold coin and he says, just take this then for luck. Because you're probably going to need it more than we will.
I
Take it? Okay. And he
put it in a separate pouch.
puts you out the door and you hear the door bar behind and you're out.
What's the deal? You couldn't fix it?
It's something called the wasting. Have you not
Don't
heard
about
of it?
me, no.
From everything that I've heard about it and from my powers, nothing I can do right now can fix it. All of the symptoms are basically those that are as if you've been alive for 80 years. It's
Did you try casting anything on her?
yeah. The only thing that I could do
Did you
was
try to heal her with a healing spell? It didn't at least try
did
to.
nothing.
I know you can't cure it. You might be able to make her better for a short time.
I did do something that did appear to relieve some of the discomfort, but there's nothing that.
In other words, you could have bought her more time. Is what I was getting at. If you try to cast something, if you try to heal her, even if it can't cure it, you might buy her time.
I
How long do you
I
think
don't
she's
know.
got?
And
Hard to say. Could be a
um,
week, could
in
be a
other
couple
cases,
months.
in other cases, it's just kind of like random.
Damn it. I wish.
It's similar as if somebody was dying of old age. It just slowly deteriorates until it finally.
Yeah, I wish I had Artie's powers. I could have. Except lycanthropy. Come on down and have a drink.
I put my head down a little bit low. I follow, and
Well, thanks for trying.
at the point, I examine it and put it and have it in a separate pouch in all this.
So you examining it now?
Yeah, just kind of looking at
Okay.
it, seeing what.
Looks like a coin of the realm.
Well, thanks for trying,
I put
Eddie.
it in.
Got him on your side.
I put it in a separate place than all the rest of the coins,
Okay.
just to hold on to it.
Thanks for trying, Eddie. I mean, it was yeah. I thought you could help her.
I thought so too, but I am. Besides my divine powers, I've also been taught natural ways to heal. And amongst all my teachers and every other people I've talked with that have seen this, we have not discovered a cure. And I don't know what.
Yeah, I would have liked to have tried, but those powers evade me right now. Damn it.
What do you mean?
I don't have the abilities of Artie right now. If I did, I'm sure I could have done something.
So Artie was the person that Aluna talked about that said he could do amazing things to help others.
He's a healer. He's what I was prior to returning to my original form. Heal anything. The only thing I found I couldn't heal was like werewolves. Most of my knowledge about animals and whatnot escapes me now, but I had extensive knowledge with animals and healing and everything. I wish I had some of the abilities left. But
I just thought it would be nice.
All right. So as these guys are walking and they're coming back to the table, Franklin Butterfield
Yeah.
looks at you three, or you four, and says, y'all want to go get into some mischief?
I think it's about time to head.
It's about
head bed.
time for me for color night, good sir.
You don't want to make some coin? Bunch of young folk like you, strong and pretty, make people do things, not because they are forced to, because they want to.
I think that's sounds a lot like prostitution.
No, nothing like that. Just a little gambling. Come on, you look like you got danger in your eyes, girl.
What's the game?
What game you want?
I asked him what game.
We got dice. We got cards.
God, I haven't played cards in so long. I don't
Oh,
play
you see
cards.
this one perk
It's
up.
not those kind of cards.
Oh, look, here come your friends now.
It might be. You never
Come
know.
on down. Join us at this
I'm very
table.
like sullen in the face and look.
I tried to make the attention of the farmer to come back over. I sit back down in my seat.
He looks like he needs a drink.
He does.
Everything okay?
He wasn't able to help someone that needed help.
Some things just can't be fixed.
Apparently that's true.
But I know we could be fixing to make some money.
Huh?
Which one of you all want some?
We don't need any money.
I mean money.
We don't need any money.
Well, then you don't need to go. I'm talking to these folks that was here.
They don't need any money.
Boy, you got an attitude all of a sudden. Who's this fuck?
He's a longtime friend.
I see.
You're good at the piano or Pete. He's a pipe. You're good at the box. Very good.
He gets up and he's like, take care of yourself. He's well. He leaves.
Thanks for the drink.
Yes, thank you for the whiskey.
What's he wanting you to do?
I don't
That's
know.
how
I'm gonna.
I am the one who
assume-
wants to turn tricks. It's like some strong,
you know what?
beautiful folk.
I was like,
That
that sounds a
makes
lot like
sense.
prostitution.
That makes sense.
It got
Get some
weird.
coin.
It got weird. Yeah.
It got weird.
It got really weird.
It got weirder because of shit like that.
Let's see. Everyone here roll a charisma check.
Fuck.
And at disadvantage, everyone roll a charisma check,
Oh, I
please.
failed. I failed.
Okay.
Okay.
I rolled the
both
same
times.
thing twice, but I failed by 3.
Succeeded by
Ooh,
3, succeeded by 12.
I failed by one.
I failed both.
I'm upstairs.
Okay.
You are
I
upstairs.
failed the first one.
Yeah, he's
That's the
getting
second.
some.
I made
Succeeded
both
both?
times. One time right on, the other one by one.
Okay.
So I made it by
Failed,
3 one
failed.
times, and the other time I made it by 12. So
By 12.
yeah.
All
Did the
right.
bar
The
fail again?
Yes.
I passed
like
the second
the
time.
world.
I passed
But
the
doesn't matter,
second.
it's
I know.
disadvantage. The world's worst.
I do like disadvantage.
You know what? I
It's a
passed
way of
when I was threatening the guy to
having
give
things
my
still
money
be
back.
punishing without switching up with all of
That was
That's just a call.
The barkeep's like, last call. Last call.
You guys want anything?
I'll order myself something. You don't have to give me anything.
All of you roll observation.
Nope.
29.
No, not even.
Okay, you notice the bartender's pointing at your table and just looking at the wench and going,
Somebody wants in.
Hey, no, she killed a moth.
Yeah, the
We
cat
found
jumped up
her.
and grabbed something off the door.
well, good.
Uh-oh.
She's walking around with
Critical
it.
hit.
Yeah.
Pointing at
The
our
place
We're
is
gonna
clear
do that
now.
all the time.
pointing at our table and what? I'm sorry.
Shaking their
Shaking
head.
his head.
Will you point to somebody?
Yeah,
I said what
I
I
mean, you
said.
pointed at us. I don't know. I mean, was you talking to somebody or
yeah, the
the serving? Oh, okay.
So people are getting up and putting their drinks down, and other
Yeah.
waitresses are going around collecting cups. And
I think I'm gonna turn
That's for-
in.
I don't request anymore.
then that's it.
I follow the ladies up. I escort them to their room.
Oh yeah, the honeymoon suite. We got
Hell
no
yeah.
cuddle.
Our heart-shaped vibrating bed.
Okay. Anybody else?
Yeah.
It's the old style vibrator too. Someone's
You're,
underneath.
Just punch him in the engine.
When you guys are up the stairs, you see
Oh, man.
you see Hendel coming back the other way, and he looks a little messed up.
Aw, yeah.
Like the top. If he had one, the tie would be a little loose and hanging off to the side.
I know your vest's on backwards.
His shirt is untucked.
I thought I just fixed those pants.
Oh, that's not the same hole.
All right.
We're retiring for the evening. So
I
They
stayed
called
down
last
an
call
extra
already
little bit
downstairs.
after they
Okay,
left up. I'm
appreciate
still
it.
kind of
Where?
still down, sitting just by myself. Just
So eventually, you're the last one down there, and the wench comes over, and she's like, "Time to go."
yeah. Sorry.
did you go back down or did you go back to the room then?
I just went to my room.
Okay.
Okay.
And I
Peter's like, I get
Hand her a
this whole room to myself.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm sure he could have sweet talked the barmaid who wouldn't been by himself. Aw, yeah.
She's,
She all the bugs.
I'm so proud of her.
what do you think? Size C maybe?
Yeah, just about.
Wait, let me see.
Oh, you don't know what girls
Oh,
look like
come
naked.
on. Come on.
I would say yes. C.
C cups.
So they look like-
Okay, so hearing nothing, everyone goes to
Bedtime.
sleep.
Yep.
And the next morning comes around, and the sounds of the city waken everyone, and you can do whatever you want to do today.
Get my hip point back.
Yes.
We need to get our gear,
And
get some supplies, and then head out.
How
Really
much
good.
are dry rations? 1 week's worth.
like 10 gold.
Shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I keep saying everything of that's not right because you always change it. Because in the book, a week of dry rations is 10 gold.
Yeah, it's
And
expensive.
that's not even what they are for the good rations that you have in your system. That's why I always keep bringing it up.
Yeah,
So what do you?
In your
Fill it
system,
away,
the dry
should not be
ration,
gone.
like regular dry rations, are like 3 silver a day,
What are they in the book?
10
10
gold for
gold.
a week. And there is no second tier or first tier. It's just dry rations.
In
10
Dungeons
gold a
and
week.
Dragons 2nd Edition, how much is a week's worth of dry rations?
Because I know in your system it's different. Because we've gone over this like 3 or 4 times.
Dry rations, 1 week, 10 gold,
Yeah.
and what else?
Because don't you have like the regular and then you have the what's the good ones called? You have regular dry rations and then you have your
Iron rations.
rations, which were the better of the two, right? Like
Yeah, it's
iron,
still-
Iron rations 1 week, 5 gold. Standard rations 3.
yeah, and yet our book says 10.
For what?
1 week
Of which kind?
Dry.
dry rations. That's all it says.
Okay,
it doesn't
well-
say iron or regular.
Then you can buy these others if you want.
And that one regular is just because it doesn't even give us the descriptors.
Well, what do you want to happen, Chris? Just fucking
No.
pay whatever it is you want to buy.
No, I just didn't know what it was because
So it's 10 gold a week for dry rations. Is it?
I thought it was different on your system. Well, I'm just getting it.
So a week should be plenty. What else is left over?
Iron rations are cheaper because they're all fucking preserved. You gotta add water and they taste like shit.
Come, I
think the iron
asked,
was a good one.
how many days ride to Gomenit?
Who are you asking?
Where we're buying the rations from?
So you're asking someone how far it is to go make.
Yeah, do you have to know how far the ride is? How many days ride to Gomenit?
It's a little less than a week.
Thank you, sir. Also need a week's worth of grain for my horse.
Yep. A week's worth of grain and a week's worth of dry rations.
Wait a minute, isn't that you said the bag
So
of
are we
day, correct,
going-
Tom?
Yes.
Are we going with
So,
the Tangled or where are we going?
I don't know.
Just 3 days.
Yeah, again, I just didn't know.
Just everybody buy 3 days rations for
So what is
or grain for the horse because things start to graze down here a little bit, but you can't carry 10 bags.
How much is
Or
So how
I mean,
much
a
is
week's
3
worth.
days?
Let's look it up. You should have it.
It's 5 silver a day.
5 silver a day?
Okay.
That's over there.
15.
So 15 silver plus 10 gold for your rations if you're just going to buy the book rations for the dry ones.
I'm gonna do my special druid thing.
1 bag is 10 pounds. It's 2 coins, 2 silvers.
2 silvers.
So
You
we
gotta have
spend 6
find fresh
silver.
water as
6
well.
silver. Yeah.
6 silver.
I can take care of any water needs.
Good.
3
Good to know.
days.
Just
Grain. Okay, so I gotta deduct that.
good.
And then once we buy all of our stuff, which is just like the dry rations and the grain, we're gonna head on out.
Yep.
Head on out.
Get in the line to leave.
Yep.
Seems quicker, but
Roll D12.
Day 6.
And this is flock time 5, correct?
Yep.
Oh yeah.
As we are walking, as we're traveling, do I see any berries on the side of the road? On the side or in the forest? If not, then I find, and then I use magic to detect them. I also do more rituals as usual to regain everything, which I spend almost an hour doing stuff. And I also make sure to keep pray for the women.
Roll D30.
D30.
What's
Rolled
the
an
road?
11.
We just got the same road issues.
If it counts,
Yes.
I do have herbals. You have herbals.
That does not count.
Okay.
This particular day, you don't find any.
So, okay, so not even with if I were to use a magic spell.
You can use a magic spell now if you'd like.
I search for the same ones that I searched earlier, which is the holly, and I over high.
What spell are you casting?
Detect plants or animals. Right. Locate animals or plants. And my range out in front of me is
Okay.
like over
Roll percentile.
220 yards.
Oh.
60 on the dot.
Okay. You didn't find anything.
Okay.
All right. So you guys are traveling along. The weather seems to be green. Seems to be a nice breeze coming off the ocean. Occasionally you see a ship off in the distance, but nothing else. There are some birds and plants and animals scurrying around doing their thing. When from out of nowhere, nothing happens.
Oh yeah.
Oh, thank God.
Roll a d12.
4. Oh,
Again.
3.
Again.
You roll 1.
7.
Again.
2.
Again.
2. 2.
Another?
12.
Again?
5.
Again?
6.
And again.
3.
Aw,
And
yeah.
one more.
He's hoping, man.
9.
Oh.
All right.
Is that it?
Stared at her. It's like,
The for those of you that have been here before, you know that on this day you will reach the town.
I switched spots so she can take the lead.
On what
in
day?
the town.
Block
Flock time 10.
When we got closer to you.
You are. You're right behind her.
Okay.
You realize that
He'll be here today.
the forest
He'll
has
be coming
been
today.
is given way to open landscape and plains and the hilly terrain. And you realize that the hill that you're starting to come down by the ocean will lead you to the city at the base of the cliff, town of Gomenit.
what does the city look like? In the town, right?
As you approach from up above and start the low, long descent, you see a town that is walled off from cliffside to cliffside, as it sits in front of a huge cliff at the base of the ocean. So theoretically, if you were at the top of this cliff, you could throw a boulder down onto the city.
All right.
Wily coyote.
Would this be the same cliff that had all the fun things on it?
The fun thing.
Probably.
Mind explaining yourself?
I don't say this out loud.
No.
As we get down to where I can see the cliff side, I cast a spell.
Okay.
Detect magic.
What is the range of that spell?
My range is really? I need to pull that up. It says 10 by 30, but I need to check. There should be a level modifier on it. There isn't? Nope.
Short range spell.
Yep. 30 yards.
Okay, you'll have to be well within the city walls to detect in a place that you're wanting to detect.
Alrighty, then never mind. I hold off now.
Thea, throw me that blue marker in front of you. So the way this works is, you are in the standing in the ocean here. There's a hill. This is all the side of the cliff. The city, the road comes down here. And there's walls that go like that and like that. There's another road that you can see from the other side that goes up the hill. There's also a road that goes along the top of the hill if you didn't want to go down. And there's big docks down here. And this is all the city. And the city has a wall that runs this way as well.
Coming down the hill, can we see the city in the city?
Yeah.
Does anything look destroyed or out of whack or whatever, as he had said?
Yeah, last
it
time I see
was?
this, half the town was gone.
Sounds like a smoking one.
It does.
It's your phone. Oh.
Oh!
On TV.
What was it on TV? Smoking one?
Someone trying to fuck with the smoking one.
It
That's
worked.
funny.
Roll an observation check at disadvantage.
Everyone?
Whoever wants to look.
Oh, look. Oh my
Nope.
god. Nope.
Yeah,
Oh, I missed it by
No.
one.
I made it by one, and I made it by two.
No.
Not even close.
I guess you haven't been here yet.
No. I said I was looking to see that. He described everything being destroyed. So I was
nothing-
saying, does anything look destroyed?
Nothing really looks unusual to you.
Nothing looks
Since-
destroyed.
Since you don't have a frame of reference, no?
Well, I was looking for destroyed buildings. He sent it away, came in destroyed half the town. That's what I'm looking at.
You
It
don't-
doesn't look that
You
way.
don't really notice it, not from this distance.
Okay, that's all I was trying to see is if it was destroyed from his the image he was trying to portray. I don't see a destroyed town.
It was. It was not a Luna.
It was destroyed. This is a different.
Maybe it looks different from here. I don't see any
Well,
destroyed.
remember
I mean,
how
look.
it might be different because we're in a different timeline.
Oh, I see what you're getting at. I don't know. Maybe.
Nothing.
Who knows?
That was the
No,
dad.
I guess we'll find
Yeah. That was, okay, am I gonna have to take these away from you people, look?
Again,
I was gonna-
the same night, the third time.
Why
Oh,
would you
yeah.
side this to me?
The guy who's already
Yeah,
holding
take that.
two fucking with him constantly also.
Okay,
Brave party.
so anyway,
Man.
you guys go, walking down the, road here. The road is packed gravel, like it's been gravel or somewhere brought in from somewhere else. And so the road actually gets to be pretty decent once you start going down.
That's new.
And
Wasn't it all like dirt road?
the you go down and then you're at the gate, I guess, unless you want to go into the sea or.
Okay.
Lead the way, Aluna.
I will
Take
lead
us to an
where-
inn. Somewhere to stable our horses.
Okay, so you approach the gate, and at the gate is heavily guarded. There appear to be 6 guards armed with long sword, daggers, and shields.
Are the doors, are the gates shut or open?
They're shut.
Do they bear markings?
They do, symbols of Procan.
Hmm.
And you have religion, so you'll
Yep.
get that right away. And they say,
Do I have to roll to get that?
false stranger, who goes there? You have religion, is it not what proficiency?
No, I have heraldry. It doesn't work for that one.
My name is Aluna. I'm looking for someone who used to have residence here. And these are my companions.
My hood's not up anymore.
So your business is personal?
Yes.
Okay. Are you or have you ever been arrested here?
No. Yes. But it was a misunderstanding.
And what was the charge?
Having a lockpicks, but I have a thing. I rummage through my bag and I pull out my
Certificate of
my
employment.
certificate of locksmith permit for Gomenit. But it was a
Okay.
misunderstanding, failure to register.
Okay, well, this looks official. Anything to declare?
No,
Nope.
just my tools of my trade, but
I mean, any of these other people?
no, they should have nothing.
Taking my head back for it.
We're just traveling.
Know that the city of Gomenit is under the protection of our Lord and Savior Procan, King of the Seas, tidal wave that washes away all evil, provides us with food and sustenance, as well as purpose. Break no laws, and no lawbreakers will come after you. Do you understand?
Yep.
Cool. Then pass in good faith, and the doors swing open effortlessly and silently. Just
Is it minus it being not destroyed? Is it what I remember it to be?
yes.
Same.
Then I would bypass doing anything with my horses and then go to where I remember Kalbash's house being.
I follow wherever she's going.
Because I know he stables there too.
Okay.
It's
He
still
had his
there.
own place. He had his building a barn out back for horses.
Where I would head.
Yeah.
Okay. So you go there.
I would knock on the
People
door.
are kind of looking at you funny. It appears to be all the women are wearing like dresses and these head things like
Slice of broken.
right out of the Handmaid's Tale.
Oh, Jesus.
Remember, I became famous in this town because people realized I was a Hitler.
I also realized you're an idiot. Who died?
Yep. First thing I'm doing, and then I see Kavash if he is here.
Alright, I'm gonna go up
Hey,
to
as
it.
we're riding, I got to look outside it. I'm like, so where are these bottles?
Flip side.
Look at the club.
They're hidden.
Do I?
I would try to go up to. I would go once I got to Kalash's
whisper
door. I'd get off the horse and I'd go and knock.
I whispered. I'm riding alongside her. You're in the
Okay.
knock
Actually, this
on the
might
door.
be side by side. So
Okay. You knock on the door and from inside you hear, "Hold on, goddamn."
That sounds normal.
This guy comes to the door and
I remember him.
he looks like he's already drunk.
Is it the guy
What
that
time
we
is it?
remember? That I remember?
Is it Kalash's
Butler.
butler dude?
Seems to be.
Is Kalbash in?
Who?
Oh, Kalbash? The lord of this house?
He's like, "Come on in."
I'll go inside.
Yeah, this.
Whenever you try to go in, he's like, "No." Close the door behind you.
Okay.
What do you want?
Where is he?
what? That's
It's none of your
weird.
fucking business.
I'm
And he
his
holds his
friend.
hand out.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I give him a gold.
You think he's gonna live in this shitty ass town? He's gotta do the whole area. He's the fucking sheriff.
I know he's a sheriff. Where is he?
I don't know. He doesn't fucking tell me everything. I'm just his goddamn butler.
This is him, all right.
But he's still here. In town.
Yeah.
Hey, that's all I need to know. If you see him, tell him Aluna's here.
Okay. Anything else, milady? And he walks past you and grabs a thing and starts drinking it.
Nope, thanks. Bye.
You're welcome. Close the fucking door on your way out.
Shut the door. He's here somewhere. He's the sheriff of the town now. Forgot about
He
that part.
was. He was.
So he's out patrolling, but he's still here. That's his
Should we go see the mayor?
wonderful house person.
Wonderful.
He's a dick
Yeah.
amongst us, an alcoholic.
So he's somewhere.
He's a common term amongst stones.
So I think we should go to the end and stable our horses. And
That's what I wanted
Should we
to
go
do
to the mayor?
no, we should go
Let's
to the
get
end
rid of
and
our
stable our horses
shit
and get a
first
drink.
before we.
It's fine. It's not a big deal. Kalbash will show
You
up.
think it's going to be a problem here with anybody? I mean, should we keep our shit with us because we run out of town?
No,
Okay.
I wasn't right out of town.
What inn are you going to?
Oh God, what was the
Flying
name?
Squid? It's not the Flying Squid.
No, that was a different one.
That is such a dope
That-
name.
I'm
I
pretty
can't
sure
say
that was
anything.
the different one.
I'm sure you wrote it down. We
I
you guys
did.
were here enough.
What do you never
I'm-
like? You are always writing stuff down. Thank God.
I would call swords level
Do you remember
Oh,
where the
here's
inn is?
John. So we're like.
No, we are in the Flying Squid. It is the Flying Squid.
What's the other one?
The other one is.
The other one is the one we never stayed in.
Yeah, but we knew about, and it was.
Remember, it was a fashion statement by girls several years ago.
The whale's tail.
The Whale's Tail, yes.
I dig it.
Whale's Tail and the Flying Squid.
So
I
where
don't
do you
ever
go?
say with the flying squid.
You go to the Flying
I don't know
Squid?
how to spell tail.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, there it
Fucking
is.
classy.
Hey, what happened to that
You
dwarf?
pretty much went past it on your way in, so
Okay.
What happened to that dwarf?
Dwarf.
The one that had the brewery here.
Oh, he died.
Aw.
What's that?
Who was that?
He was a special individual. He was a chef.
Oh no, he didn't die. He went off with Moji and a whole bunch of other dwarfs off to the mountain
Wow.
That's the last I've seen of them.
Never to be heard
How
from
many-
again.
How many?
I don't know. It was Moji, his brother. Not Moji's brother. No, that's. Yeah. And his brother.
You've been on the road too long. Need a drink?
I don't know. There's like 6 dwarfs. They all look a lot alike.
Wait, 6 dwarves at once. You saw 6 dwarves at one time and lived to tell the tale.
I'm friends with Moji.
What are you trying to imply here?
In the bar.
This is
You
such a
go in the bar?
racist
Yeah.
guy.
Does everyone go in?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Well, if they're
Well, yeah,
stables,
we put our
we stable
stable-
our animals first.
Yeah. And then we go.
And then, yes.
2
Okay.
to flying squid.
Need a
When
room.
you go into the bar, Aluna, a large woman with long black curly hair walks up to you and says, "Hi."
Does she look familiar to me?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Hi.
You got your license?
Yes.
Let me see it.
Pull it out and hand it to her. So good too.
Enjoy your stay.
Well, thanks. Oh, that's the lady who tackled me last time I was here.
Oh yes, I remember.
She hits hard.
Very, very
that?
beefy woman
Yes.
wearing a guard uniform.
Put it to you this way: on a scale of 1 to 10, and like the lesbian, she's like a 20.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. All right.
She tackled
She's-
me.
Well, you
Like,
can't
she's
just
the-
say that.
She's the original lumberdyke.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
is. She's the original lumberdyke.
So she's not? No.
she hits hard.
I don't remember she's.
She was. I got arrested.
I had to look at my notes to see.
I don't remember her being particularly lesbian-ish. But
No, she wasn't, but-
No, she's just
Whatever
butch.
fits their
Yeah,
needs.
whatever.
She's very
It's
butch.
narrative, that's fine.
She's very butch.
She never like looked like she liked anybody.
No, she didn't.
All right, so you guys do the usual. You're checking in.
Yep, checking in, get rooms.
Are prices down here different?
They're pretty much the same that you have been paying. So
1, 2, 3,
6
4.
a night and 6 for a meal and or stabling, I should say, and then depending on what kind of meal you get, you can pay 3 coppers or more.
Aluna, I was gonna head out to the waterfront to check at the city's progress.
Yeah, be careful from the water. Last time, remember, there's a giant squid thing.
Yeah, I remember that, but it didn't come near the land. Just when we sailed out is when it was that.
Yeah, be careful. There's a giant squid thing in there.
You know, last time, maybe I should try communicating with it. I'm pretty sure I could.
Did we see boats when we
We see
pull
a
up at the
circle.
docks? There were boats at the docks and people in the docks. The giant squid thing.
Oh,
Why wouldn't everybody be on like running around?
Next time on.
Trust me, if Aluna gets on a boat and we're all with her, we will find that squid. That thing was fucking disgusting.
You were as fucked up as I remember.
Just then, Aluna, you hear
Yes, you
the jingle jangle sound of the local sheriff walk in,
Hell
and
yeah.
you guys see this very handsome looking
Like,
elven gentleman.
ooh.
super hot. Like,
All right.
straight up 10.
Like a straight up.
Alright, yeah, it's my kind of game.
And that's where we'll stop for this week.
Who died?
Oh,
Oh,
Jesus.
God
I cannot make it next week.
fucking damn
We're not
you.
playing next week anyway.
We never specified, but yeah, good.
And then we're not playing the week after that either.
I forget. Why
really,
are we
Because I have
playing?
something going on that Thursday.
You should
So I won't miss
Why
the
are we
weeks.
playing the next Thursday? I forget.
Next Thursday, because I have something else going on that Thursday.
Nice.
So the
Yeah,
next 2
a busy
Thursdays.
schedule.
Yes.
The next
That's
2
sad.
Thursdays.
Well, shit happens.
So not next
Like,
Thursday,
oh,
not
life
following
sucks.
Thursday.
Back in 3 weeks.
Okay,
Remember that.
back in 3 weeks.
That almost makes me feel good about not missing anything.
That's how you know.
I'm going to
I'll
leave my
text you
little
when she
chest.
puts it in 3 weeks.
You go right ahead. Because we're not going to be playing on Saturday for the next 3
Yeah.
weeks either. Is that? Because
So
Thank
we'll be
you
back
again,
on the
everyone.
27th.
I will not be. Oh, no, we'll be.
On the 27th?
We were closing on that date, but then I got moved.
So we got the 27th and the 4th, and then we got our time. So we get 2 weeks and then a week off. You going to come up and do your normal jam?
I plan on it.
Okay.
Caden's already talking to like his friends and stuff.
Okay, cool. So we'll play
Are you guys
2
gonna
weeks
go
and then
see
be off
David?
another week.
I'm sure David.
Well, we run into each other.
Yeah, I'm sure he'll be there.
We don't really.
Why don't you guys try to come up at least for one day?
Stay
You'll
with
enjoy it.
another, but
No, he's always off doing
Come up for
something
Saturday.
else.
That's the best
Yeah.
day.
When I do security, I
Most
just kind of
happens
walk around and look
masquerade
at
at night.
things and
oh, you
All
do
kinds of
security.
cool
talk to friends, stuff like that.
Love the game room. I mean, the
So we'll see you in 3 weeks, brother.
I was gonna watch a video convention from
I
California.
have not.
You would love the fucking dealership.
I have not.
You need to come up.
When do you
you
actually leave?
don't actually have to
I would
remember
fly
how
out
to
to
do
you.
it.
Really?
You like in like 5 days? Oh, okay.
I know Dave will be there.
Yeah.
All right.
We
Piss him
know
off
that.
and
Alright.
We know
It'll be
that.
good.
he'll be drunk the entire time.
Yes, he will.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Wait.
He's a good
And
time.
he is in his fucking character the whole time. Of course.
He has a good time with his wife.
Is he in Leroy the entire time?
Yes.
He helps.
Watch it. We'll see you in
Yeah.
3
And he
weeks.
treats everybody like their characters.
Comment, like.
Yeah, but what about everybody else? What about random strangers?
He has all these
Yeah, he's just the way he is.
Yeah.
That's his routine. It's too much.
Who was raised in a barn?